A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost the traction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man,
Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 943rd edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity, misogyny, and small bleep energy. It is Wednesday, March the 8th of 2023. It is good to have you guys in today. As always, we are streaming live simultaneously to YouTube, Rumble, and SharpeStream. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Donovan's Den, as well as on Instagram at Donovan Sharpe TSR. Okay, gentlemen, the Conference of Masculine Excellence is going down October 13th through October 15th. Going to be a three-day event. And for the second straight year, we are going to do it in sunny Miami, Florida. That's right, guys. Fast cars, pretty girls, great food, awesome weather. All of that made it very, very difficult not to descend on the 305, just given the success that we had at last year's CME. Pardon me. As always, I'm going to have an absolutely stacked lineup of speakers, instructors, and presenters who will all be more than willing to talk to you, let them pick their brains, get whatever guidance and advice you need. Tickets are officially on sale. Tickets are eventually on sale. www.masculineexcellence. Actually, just masculineexcellence.com. Masculineexcellence.com. Keep in mind, guys, I am capping the attendance at 100 attendees. This is a hard cap, guys. This is a hard cap. Once I sell 100 tickets, I am closing. I'm closing the sales. Closing the sales. Once I get to 100, we are closing the sales. So you guys want to make sure you get your tickets ASAP. These CMEs they keep getting better and better. They really, really do. So head on over to masculineexcellence.com. Masculineexcellence.com. Plug in your very best email to be notified of other specials. Shout out to Luke Red Pill Perry with the $10 super chat. Says, finally get to watch your show live. Love your content and looking forward to the CME. I just finished watching the 5 Frank Castles. Abso-freaking-lutely. We have 227 people in here, guys. Only 106 likes. I need to keep my engagement at 75%. I'm going to put the likes clock up. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Guys, I have over 35,000 hours of exclusive content you cannot find anywhere. Included in this massive archive is more than 20 seasons of dating show breakdowns, including 3 seasons of Love is Blind, 3 seasons of Temptation Island, 3 seasons of Married at First Sight, 2 seasons of F-Boy Island, and many more. You will also get access to my Red Pill Theater movie breakdowns. I have broken down movies like Hitch, Think Like a Man, How to Be a Player, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, and much, much more. Also included are my collaboration podcasts, like The Six, that feature panelists like Myron Gaines, Kevin Samuels, and Minister Jap, Elite Level Game with Coach Everett Overton, One-on-One with Donovan Sharpe Season 1, and so on and so forth. In addition to all of the exclusive content, you will also get chat privileges. You'll get access to members-only events like the Dr. Phil Reaction with Rollo, and, of course, ad-free on-demand video, which includes all of the podcast versions of my live streams, which are free of all the small talk shilling and me talking about things you care nothing about, like my bowling scores and my girlfriend's awesome boob job. Actually had a pretty good night last night, 159, 180, 201. Devin had a really good night, but a skinny kid, he kicked our ass last night. There was nothing we could do. Kid damn near shot a 700 series. For a limited time, I'm giving you guys a 3-day trial to explore and decide if a membership is beneficial to your life. To get started, go to sharpestream.com to check that out. Now, also, make sure that you download the free Sharpe Stream app. It is available for iOS and Android. You can get it at the App Store for iOS, the Google Play Store for Android. Make sure you enable push notifications so you never miss another live stream again. Make sure you guys pick up my newest free ebook, Dead Bedroom, The Cure for a Sexless Relationship. There are a lot of guys out here in sexless relationships, and I'm 474% sure that some of you guys watching right now suffer from the condition known as desertius phallus, which is a fancy way of saying desert dick. If you suffer from this condition, go to tsracademy.com/free, plug in your very best email, and the book is yours. If you are a Sharpe Stream member, or a patron, or a YouTube channel member, guys, make sure you come on over and join us on Discord. We have a lot of fun over there. We exchange stories, links, videos, ideas. We get up to all kinds of hijinks and shenanigans that men like us tend to get up to. So be sure to go over there and join us on that. Later on, I'm going to be breaking down the A&E docuseries, The Secrets of Playboy. The reason I'm reacting to this is because we are seeing and hearing a lot of the same language that the Romanian government and the powers that be are using to detain the Tate brothers, #free the Tates. The women line up one by one and talk about how horrible their lives were 30 years after the fact, but there's nothing but pictures and videos of every one of these girls having fun and living it up. But because Hugh Hefner discarded them when they were no longer attractive, now they're all coming out of the woodworks talking about I was exploited, I was trafficked, I was afraid to leave, things are so horrible, and this and that and the third. These women got to live in a mansion rent-free. They got free food and board. They never had to want for anything. They got a $1,000 allowance, but the conditions were bad. Same language, guys, but because of YouTube's copyright policy, I'm not doing it here. I'm going to be doing it on Sharpe Stream. Again, Sharpe Stream is members only, but as I stated earlier, you can take advantage of our 3-day trial period to check it out. Guys, be sure you get your hands on the highest quality and purest kratom on the planet. What brand is it? Well, it is Happy Hippo Kratom. I've used this stuff since 2014 and have not looked back since. It gives me energy when I need it, and there is positively zero crash. Happy Hippo Kratom can replace a lot of unhealthy stimulants we put into our bodies every day. It can replace your energy drink habit. It can replace your coffee habit, and so on and so forth. Go to my affiliate link and get 15% off when you use promo code HTR. Again, that is 15% off when you use promo code HTR when you go to the affiliate link. Shout out to Miami J, who is also in the chat with the $2 super chat. Says, hope to meet you all at the CME. Well, worth it. Absolutely. And so that brings us, hang on a second. Give me a second, guys. Don't trip. It's all right. I'm good. I'm under complete control. Let's see. There we are. There we go. There we are. And so to business. So, a couple nights ago, friend of the show, Myron, 5% body fat gains, did a fresh and fit after hours featuring a number of, let's call them, women of different persuasions, namely African American, and asked why is it that African American women, American black women, are the least preferred. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the title also said that there were 5 Frank Castles. 5 Frank Castles. That means he had to kick out 5 of these girls. Sorry about this, guys. I am a bit of a perfectionist. Is that it? No, never mind. I guess that was good. And so we all, we talk all the time. We talk all the time about how black women perpetuate these stereotypes, and then we get complained about it, right? Well, we're about to see why these stereotypes exist. We have 309 people watching. We have 309 people watching and 161 likes. Guys, I need 210 likes. I need another 50 likes in the next 8 minutes and 45 seconds, or I'm turning off the chat until I get them. Let's do it.
Take us away, man.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. It's too loud. There we go.
Some dude on it. They got this canceled. Go ahead. Some dude.
Yeah, I like to listen before I speak and think before I talk. And I'm educating. And they talked about my past and they hate on me, but social media doesn't define who I am because I have a lot of jobs and I was a babysitter.
Come on, man.
But rumble.com/Sneeko, you know, yeah, Sneeko. What's up, everybody?
This dude.
Welcome back. Cool. I have a question that I think would be great for this panel.
Okay,
Sure, go
let's
ahead.
do it.
Okay.
We're going to start here and then work our way this
Here
way.
we go.
All right.
Take it away.
Time for
So
fire
if you look
starter.
at the statistics of dating apps, and you're on dating apps, we're on dating apps, Instagram's a dating app. The men and women who are swiped the least on Tinder are Asian men and black women. And we have a lot of black women on this panel. I'm curious as to why you think that black women are the least desirable demographic for women. I think I understand why Asian men are. Maybe you could ask me afterwards, but I want your opinion on why you think that is. Why are black women the least swiped demographic for women on dating apps?
Here we go.
Are you Asian?
First of
Yeah,
all,
half
Next
Asian.
question.
okay. I was just about to ask you that
And he's
too.
black too.
You Asian?
I hope
Are
we
you
counts.
actually Asian and black?
Right.
Is Sneeko really black and I didn't know that.
And why are you thinking about that already?
Because you the one brought up
'Cause
the
you should
topic
be.
about why Asian
Why
men are least
Asian
swiped
men
on.
are least
I
swiped.
can
You
tell
did
you
that.
one.
You did that.
Well, ladies
So many
and gentlemen,
innuendos.
trust me, you'll get your take on it. We'll start here and then work our way this way. Go ahead. Why do you think black women are the least swiped right on dating apps, and why do you think on the other side Asian men are the least swiped right on dating apps? Right? That's the question, Sneeko.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, we could speak for black women. They could ask me afterwards because I can speak for Asian men.
Okay. All right. Then, so why in your opinion?
So yeah, basically I can only, like you said, speak for black women. In my opinion, I would just say it's always a stigma that black women are loud, rowdy, just unnecessary like negativity. It's like
Yes, but black women are loud and rowdy. I say this all the time, guys. Stereotypes exist for a reason. And you cannot refute a macro argument with a micro argument. Well, I know a black woman who wasn't like this. I know. We all know a black woman who wasn't like that. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. Fine. But the exception does not make the rule, as we are all well aware.
always a double standard. It's like, oh, as a woman I can't do this, but a man can do it. So it's just like, it's basically
I'm not sure
that, like a lot of the stigmas.
I'm not sure what this has to do with the question. He asked, why do black women think that black women are the least preferred on dating apps?
So it's like, it just depends on the person. I feel like it doesn't necessarily depends on your skin color. I feel like that's like an ignorant way of thinking. If you feel like, oh, I'm gonna just off first impression just be like, oh yeah, I don't like you because you're black, or I feel like because you're black, I'm gonna assume you're like this.
Why do you think that stigma?
That's ridiculous. Nobody, sweetheart, it's 2023. Nobody says, I don't like you because you're black. And if they do, they don't say it out loud. Come on.
Exists?
Social media. I feel like social media is the main factor.
Get these likes up. We got 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes to get me. What are we at? 216? Listen, we need to get to 300 likes in 4 minutes. We at 216 now. I need 84 likes to get to 300. 4 minutes or I'm shutting down the chat. Let's
A lot of
go.
these people growing up in the younger generations, they don't know how to separate reality from fantasy. That's the main issue.
That's
Like
facts.
you see these
Yeah, but
rappers
that
on
doesn't have
TV, you
anything to do
automatically
with anything.
assume all the chains, all the jewelry, they balling. Like, but
Jewelry.
it's not even like that, man. These people be having starter packs, the get rich starter packs. That's
Well,
really
it's
what
not rappers, it's black women specifically.
Yes,
Black men don't have a problem really on dating apps.
It's an example.
Yeah, it was just an example. That's
Okay,
what
but why black women specifically?
I can't wait till y'all get to me.
What's the negative stigma around black women?
I just said loud and rowdy.
And do you think that stigma is justified or completely
Uh-oh.
altered on social media?
I
Uh-oh.
feel like it's
Merch.
I feel like it just depends on the person. You can't just classify a whole group of people into one. You can't speak for all black women. Not all black women are.
What did I tell you? You can't speak for all black women. Nobody can speak for all kinds of people. But again, stereotypes exist for a reason.
loud. Not all black women are ghetto. So it just depends on. It's some very highly successful and like intelligent black women out here. So I feel like it just
I mean, successful, intelligent black women can be ratchet as well.
it all depends on the group of people you hang around. So if you're that black woman that hangs around people that ain't shit, you gonna grow up feeling like you don't want shit, you won't be shit.
Yeah, whoever this woman is, this isn't answering the question at all. She's going off into other topics. It's ridiculous.
So I just feel like it all depends on the group of people you hang around, not necessarily like your skin tone. Yeah, that sometimes plays a part in it, but majority of it is like your personality and your intellect.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you?
I mean, she can't be black women, can she?
But what? What I'm curious about her
Well,
opinion.
we can get
I
her
wanna hear her opinion.
Keep it 1,000. Don't worry, no one in the panel's gonna
shit.
attack you. Why do you think they get swiped on?
Oh shit! They're asking a white girl why she thinks black women get swiped the least on Tinder. I don't know about that one, Sneego. You trying to lead a bitch to the slaughter?
The least on dating apps.
I can't speak for black women. I'm going off what she said. I'm a Latina woman. I'm Uruguayan. I grew up in Newark, New Jersey around culture, and I kind of knew culture. Jersey's kind of similar to Miami, the culture. So where I recognize.
This is my second stint in New Jersey, but I've lived here in New Jersey. I've lived in New Jersey now for a few years. I've also been to Miami a lot. The cultures are nothing alike.
Is like being on a dating app as well. I didn't swipe or say no to based on where your culture, your ethnic background, or where you came from. I'm very open-minded. I went on dates with Asian men. I went on dates with black men.
Question.
I'm telling you the question, okay? I'm
we
getting to
told
the
you the
point.
question. That's
Yeah,
not the
yeah,
answer to the
she's
question.
You
She's
asked
not-
why do. Can I tell you? Can I repeat it? Can I
Yeah,
talk
no,
now?
no, repeat it.
Do you know what the question is?
Yes. Can I repeat it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You asked why are Asian men swiped on
No,
dating
no.
apps
No, we're talking about
and
the
why
black women.
That's not the question.
and black women? And why are black women? I'm getting to the
Why are
point.
black women swiped on the least?
Jesus
Yes.
Asian men.
Christ! Oh my
Okay.
God.
That's why I said I can't speak for black women. I can't speak for Asian men. I can speak for
What?
Latinas.
Are you an Asian man?
I just said I'm not.
So how can you speak for Asian men but not black
I
women?
just said I can't speak for both.
This is crazy.
Can you let her make her point?
This can't be
Can I
real. This
finish
can't be
talking?
real right now.
She's
This is
just
dope, right?
talking
Can I
to
finish talking, please?
I'm not sure what your point is or where this is going.
I can't speak for you. I can speak for myself as a Latina woman and how I'm similar to her.
You said that, yeah.
Okay, can I
Okay.
finish?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So
We Latina women are seen as loud, obnoxious, ghetto. Where I
Right.
come from in the hood, Newark. I grew up around dangerous people. I can be ghetto. I could be loud. I could be fun.
What does this have to do with anything? The question was, why do you think black women? Why do you think black women are the least preferred on dating apps? And as you can see, Myron is still like, bitch, answer the goddamn question.
I could be obnoxious, but I could be classy and educated
what
as
does
well.
this have to
Are
do
we-
with women being swiped on Tinder? Like, this has
my
nothing to do
God.
with the conversation.
your
question, Myron. You're
The
just
black
answering
women,
questions
ma'am.
nobody
The
asked.
blacks. The blacks now.
you. Thank you.
Yeah,
crying
it's not about you. Like, why do you think black women are the least swiped
Your
demographic?
personal
on
She
Tinder?
does
opinions
not
have
know. She
nothing
does
to
not
do with
think
the
about that.
conversation.
You know, you can say pass.
Period.
It's okay.
You can say
Dude.
That's
that.
pretty much
You
it.
can
Like
let
you
no
can't really.
pass.
I
You
feel like
can't make her think about this. It's not her
Exactly.
struggle.
Yeah.
Well, here's the
can't-
thing,
That
ladies,
would
you
be
don't have to
forcing her to-
experience a struggle to understand a struggle. So
She won't understand it.
It's not that hard to
Can I
me.
tell
you
you
can
why?
absolutely.
Ooh, you don't have to experience a struggle to understand a struggle. I'm not sure that I agree with Myron on that 100%. But I will say this. Just because you didn't experience a struggle does not mean you cannot have an opinion on a struggle. You might not be able to understand certain aspects of the struggle, but that doesn't mean you can't have an opinion, because black people, we can talk about white people shit all the goddamn time. But as soon as white people start talking about black people, oh no, you can't do. Yes, actually she can. Is it a good idea? That remains to be seen. But again, we can do whatever we want. Like, we can talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about, y'all.
Understand it, because here's the thing:
No, you cannot.
Everybody can't understand everything.
That's not what
No,
anybody
if
said.
you don't look like
Yes,
a certain
you can.
demographic, sometimes it's a little bit harder. That's just
To
like
understand,
biracial
it's like-
couples.
Oh,
If you're
boy.
dating outside your race, you're gonna
Oh
feel like,
my
okay,
God.
this person's not gonna always relate to me. Why? Because they don't look like me. They don't have.
Dude, what are we doing? What are, like, again, the first two women who were asked the questions are not answering the questions. They're just talking about whatever. It's almost like Myron asked them, okay, what's your favorite food? Well, the reason I like driving a stick shift is because, I get good gas mileage. It's like they're answering a question and talking about a question that does not, it does not apply. Doesn't apply. All right, guys, time's up. I'm shutting down the chat. We got 480 people in here watching and only 276 likes. Okay? I need 350 likes. I need 350 likes. I need another 75 likes before I open up the chat. Let's go.
Have the same struggles as me, so it's just
It's
like
not
But
relatability.
relate and
Yes, it
understand,
is.
I think it's two different
It's balanced.
contexts.
exactly. So
It's
she may
balanced.
understand
Everybody
me.
not being able to
understand
relate
everything.
to
Can we
being
just leave it at
me
that?
not being able to relate to being white. No, I can't relate to being Caucasian,
Exactly.
but I can understand
Yeah, but you certainly will talk shit about white people, though, won't you, though?
what it
Exactly.
might be like in a day of a
That's fair.
Caucasian
Yeah,
woman.
so that's what I'm trying to say. You can
Yeah.
understand someone without necessarily
Exactly.
being in their shoes.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's what I'm trying to say.
it's
That
called
doesn't mean she
sympathy.
understands.
But either way,
Well, empathy, I think, is what he's getting at.
my point is that can you please answer the question? The question is this: very simple.
Myron, Jesus
Why do you
Christ.
think African American women are
Oh.
swiped right the least, which means they're liked the least on dating apps?
Oh, boy.
If you don't know, that's fine. We can move
I
on.
do know. So
Okay,
can I
go
tell
ahead.
you?
Please tell us in a
I
concise
was-
answer.
I was born in Newark.
Why?
Stop bobbling her mind.
Gosh, Nico.
There's never a point where I question my mind. So let me speak. Listen is how
Okay.
I can educate you, how I listen to them.
Yeah, be
All right.
I'm waiting.
All right.
Just answer the question.
Let her speak. Yeah, let her speak. Everyone, let her speak.
Gosh,
Nico,
Yes,
go ahead.
I dated a black man. His mom.
Oh
taught me.
my gosh. No.
Oh, shit.
Still
Oh, my God.
I think she was gonna, I think she was gonna go somewhere with that. You dated a black man and then what? Go ahead.
Okay.
I know
We're not talking about black
Stop
men.
interrupting,
know we're
lady.
not-
All right, come on, man. We gotta let her. Yo, we gotta let her finish, man. We gotta let her finish.
I know
Stop
we're not.
interrupting. Go ahead, finish your
Okay,
point.
what did he
You
say?
dated a black man and then what?
24 more likes, guys.
I understand. I dated a black man. Me as a Latina woman,
Yes.
I understand his struggle because I experienced discrimination as a Latina woman.
Talking
and
to the mic.
He experienced discrimination as a black man, and I experienced discrimination as a Latina woman. I don't have to explain myself fully. I'll get to the point like y'all want.
Yeah, we're gonna move
my
on.
Can we next?
Yes,
we
there
are
we
the
go.
guys.
Why do you think
Right, go
Sure.
ahead.
black women are the least right swiped demographic?
Like,
on
dude,
dating apps?
she
Because
just
people are
did not
ignorant.
Not
answer.
you.
No,
We
no,
moved
Me?
on.
Are we talking
Oh,
to
is
me?
that how you really feel?
Oh,
Yeah,
hey.
that's how I feel.
You should have just said that.
Whoops! Uh-oh, did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? Oh, here we
Why-
go.
Why do you think?
Listen. I think she said because y'all ignorant. Hold up.
Yeah.
Why do you think
Right, go ahead.
Sure.
black women are the least right swiped demographic on dating apps?
Because people are ignorant.
Not you.
Okay.
No,
We
no,
moved on.
Me? Are we talking to me?
Oh, she said because people are ignorant. So that was actually, she says because people are ignorant. That's what she said. She actually answered the question. But of course, black women who are combative by nature, they want to take that the wrong way. Wait a minute, what were you calling ignorant? What?
Is
Yeah,
that
fuck
how
you,
you
you
really
know.
feel?
Oh,
Yeah,
hey.
that's how I feel.
You should have just said that.
That's what I was trying to say, but nobody's letting me talk.
It's just one second. Yo, you know in school, right? When the guy's like, "Yeah, I know black people. I know the struggle. I know I have a
Because
black
people are
friend."
ignorant.
And I'm like, "What the fuck? I have a black friend. What does that mean?" Sorry, it was fun.
All right,
Man,
so
that's
it's our
fucked
turn
up.
now.
Damn.
2 more likes, guys.
Okay. Whew. I completely agree with what she said with the stigma, because you know that angry black woman that nobody wants to deal with, and
Yes, you're right. We don't want to deal with angry black women. We don't want to deal with anger. We don't want to deal with black women, period. We don't dabble in the dark over here.
I honestly think that it comes from.
Hey!
It can come from anyone,
350
'cause
likes.
I've met
Here we go.
certain black women that are like, damn, you kind of loud and mad. And then I've met certain black women that are like, oh, you're cool as hell. So I do agree with what you said. You can't generalize. There's no way
Exactly.
to.
That's what I'm trying to
Okay,
say.
what are the particular characteristics you think that get them to get swiped right the least?
Loud. Mind the quotations.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What else?
Loud,
Okay.
angry,
Okay.
stubborn.
Okay.
What's another one I've heard?
Ratchet.
Ratchet.
Masculine.
In quotes.
Masculine.
Come on, guys, let her answer, man.
Masculine,
Sorry.
definitely.
Damn.
What the fuck? Y'all just gonna say some shit
All
so
right.
she can agree.
Okay, fair enough.
Dre Raven says, hey, do we think the Latina was raised in Newark? Yes, I believe it. I believe she was raised in Newark.
What about you? Why do you
Newark is basically southern New York, guys. Like everything from Orange, New Jersey, all the way up, that's basically New York.
think black women are the least desired race on dating apps?
From history, we spent a lot of time fighting for black men, which made us masculine. And so now it's coming because of social media, it's becoming public. But the roles are not exchanged. So therefore, we're standing alone. And so black men are not standing in the paint like we stood in the paint for them.
Yeah, but y'all aren't standing in the paint for us. As a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite. It's quite the opposite, really. This is what's really, really sad. What's really, really sad about the black community, specifically black women. The black community, it is the only race of people that I know of where their women openly celebrate the deaths of their men. Openly. When Kevin Samuels died, black women rejoiced. When Kobe Bryant died, black women rejoiced. Anytime when and if Tommy Sotomayor ever passes away, they're going to have a celebration. For black women, especially younger black women, to say, well, we went hard in the paint for you guys. No, you didn't. Black women don't go hard for us. They don't. Back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, yeah, black women fought hard for black men, but something changed along the way. Something changed along the way. I don't know what it is. I don't know whose fault it is, but I do know this. When a black man loses his life, black women openly celebrate. Openly celebrate the death of black men. So if you want to know, why, and I'll just answer the question, this is why a lot of black men aren't dealing with black women anymore. When in the world are we going to deal with women? Why should we deal with women who are going to celebrate our deaths? You guys remember when Christian Abumsali was allegedly read rum by Courtney Clenny or Courtney Taylor? I had a podcast and it was a call-in show. I said, well, why aren't black women protesting about the death of this black man? Right? And sure enough, call after call, black woman after black woman, openly celebrating the death of black men. So we can start there. So we fight for you guys. Why don't you fight for us? No, you guys don't fight for us. That's why we're doing what's best for us and no longer what's best for y'all.
So now we look solo, we look alone, and we look masculine.
And
don't nobody want to deal with that because don't no man want to be with a man. Well, some men, I stand corrected. Some men do want to be with men. But however, if a man is heterosexual, he wants to be with a woman.
Right.
And most of us are not. We don't stand in that energy. We're not feminine.
Do you see how you disagree with her? She was saying that it was all fabricated on social media.
No, it's not
You're
fabricated.
saying that black women are masculine.
No, yeah, it's breeding. It's epigenetics. Epigenetics.
Okay, but you understand the disagreement. You're nodding, but
okay, so she's got some brains, but it's not. But epigenetics doesn't have anything to do with the reason why black women are insufferable. Like I hear where she's going, I just disagree.
But you guys disagree. You're saying that it's all social media. You're saying black women are inherently masculine.
It's epigenetics.
Okay.
We were born in an environment where we had to fight, not only for ourselves, but we had to fight for our men. Because at one point, they were being attacked.
Discriminated.
They were being attacked.
Demasculated.
Did someone just say?
All right, can we let her finish her point before you guys? Okay, so you're saying that?
Yeah, and so we had the ability to fight for them because we were women, and people respected women.
Yeah, this woman looks better than Cardi B, actually. You guys are calling her truck stop Cardi B? No, this woman is quite attractive.
And now that the roles have changed.
When?
Years ago, generations ago. None of us was born when this started.
Okay.
So
Okay,
now that
let me make sure I boil this down to a concise point that people can
Yeah.
understand. Tell me if I'm summarizing this correctly.
Please.
What you're saying is that women are masculine now is a
Yeah.
byproduct of fighting alongside their men during the civil rights era.
epigenetics.
That's not epigenetics.
Did what I say?
Yes,
is
yes,
that
yes,
correct?
yes.
Okay.
Correct.
That's not epigenetics. Oh, God. Yeah, I think you guys are right. She just learned that word because the way she described epigenetics is not epigenetics. Becoming masculine because you stood by your men and fought for civil rights, and the reason that makes you masculine, that has nothing to do with epigenetics.
But
So
I'm
that's what
giving
you're
you
saying.
the actual.
Okay.
Yeah.
So but that's what it is. Basically, fighting alongside black men during the civil rights era is what masculinized women that are African American.
Correct.
And
Correct.
you think that is the reason why that men don't swipe right on them because they're masculine.
That's not
From
the
fighting for
reason,
black men.
No, what did it started that way, right? So we started raising kids, little girls, to be stronger, and we
Okay.
wasn't raising them in that feminine
Remember,
energy.
he asked you what makes
Yes,
guys not swipe right.
I'm being.
It's
That's
being-
what I'm saying.
you're saying
So
And she is demonstrating why men don't swipe right on black women right now. She's not even listening. Like, understand where she's trying to come from, but she's just not. She's got to breathe.
Masculine, and
She's
then
just
you're
breaking
giving a
down
reason
why.
that they're masculine because of fighting alongside men during civil rights era. Correct.
correct.
Not just during civil
Okay.
rights era. Not
It's
just
been
during
generations.
way before civil
Can
rights.
you wait
era.
until we get to you?
Okay.
She's speaking, right? It's her turn.
It is, but you said civil rights. She didn't said nothing about civil rights era.
You summarizing it
It's way before civil rights
for
era.
the audience,
Look,
basically.
whether you want to go all the way back to slavery or whatever, regardless, it's fighting
Right.
for freedom.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's
All right.
what it is. I'm using the civil rights era because that was the last big event, I would say.
Freedom.
Right? So
It's a big event.
I
right
wouldn't
now.
say we were fighting for freedom. We were just fighting for the
Civil
head of our
rights.
household, right?
Oh, no. You were absolutely fighting for civil rights. But Tyler Perry came along and told you all that it is your birthright to be the head of household.
Because at the end of the
I'm
day,
talking about black people in general in that sense when I'm talking about
Okay.
civil rights.
okay, yeah, then that's fine.
She looks good, man. She is
Anything else you want to add
attractive.
to that?
She really is. She looks good,
Um,
man. I ain't gonna lie.
No, so that's pretty much how it happened. Oh, and then wait, so are we only talking about African American women, or
Yes.
because we
Yeah,
also
yeah.
what up Asians?
No,
Men.
he's
Asian
gonna,
men.
he's gonna
No,
cover
now-
that.
yeah,
Only
yeah.
you?
Yeah, we can talk about that after.
He's the only Asian man.
Let's get through this first
It's
part
not that hard to
first.
diagnose. Like, it's just quickly like, why do you think it's the lowest amount? I can sum
Right.
it up in 3 seconds. Like, Asian men are emasculated in the West, and women want men who are masculine.
And
So they're not
okay.
gonna, so you could say the same thing. Like, I could instead
Yeah.
of bringing up like epigenetics and all this stuff, you could say black women are masculine, men want
Yeah.
feminine women. We are not that.
Right.
That simple. But
Yeah,
you know,
she
you
gave
just-
the whole reasoning behind it, but I had to bring it back full circle. So why? Okay.
Right, okay.
What about you?
I think it just boils down to the men who are on these dating apps
Hello.
have just had
Here
a bad
we go.
experience
Here we
at
go.
one point in their life with a
Here comes the blame shifting.
particular black woman.
Ah,
Unfortunately, that one bad experience has made him feel like all black
oh no. Isn't that always their move? One bad experience has clouded. No, man. Men, we're stubborn. We are stubborn. If something doesn't work the first time, we try it again. And again, and again, and again. At some point, we say to ourselves, okay, this is not worth it, and we move on. But for this woman to sit here and say that black women, and she's talking about black men now, because when we talk about the reasons why black women are the least preferred, well, now we're getting to now we're getting down to the preferences of black men. But yes, but black men who have decided to date out, they don't have just one bad experience with a black woman. They have bad experiences with black women their whole lives. Their entire lives, man. They're not just basing this on one experience. Nice try, though.
black women are this way. But as you know, I mean, anybody in this, I don't know if you guys have dated outside your race or anything like that, but all black women aren't the same. I lived in Miami a very long time, and I watch even the clubs treat the certain black women the same way. And it's either brown skin or light skin, and that's a whole nother conversation. But when you're red bone and you live in Miami and
It's red boned it.
you're you're not treated the same way as if a dark-skinned black woman, you know what I'm saying? So on these apps, you don't know if she's loud. You don't know if she's ghetto. You don't know if she's uneducated. You don't know any of these things. You just going off of the experience you had prior to that.
Yeah. You're right. We don't know if she's loud or out of pocket or masculine. But the fact that you're black leads us to believe that chances are you probably are. Look, nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed. Right? Nothing's guaranteed at all, man, but it's like a girl who sleeps around and has a Tinder profile. God, why am I getting douchebags? Well, because all your pictures of you are dressed in bikinis. You're on boats. You're showing your ass. Right? Nina the Pineapple. Nina the Pineapple. You guys remember her? The reason why Nina doesn't have a man is because of this right here. Hold on. I'm going to put it right up on the screen for you. Nina is very, very good. She's what we call not even a wholesome pretender. She doesn't even do a good job of it. But this is Nina right here. Nina's always trying to act like she's something she's not. She acts like she's this innocent little girl with these bangs, and I'm a Latina, and Nina the Pineapple. No, I don't get around like that, blah, 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 blah. No, Nina knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. She knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. So when we see women who look like Nina, yeah, we're going to observe them a little bit longer, but then we see a woman who looks like you, we are going to assume that you fit the stereotype. Let me read some of these super chats. They are coming in hot and heavy. Alvin Sam with the $2 super chat. Appreciate that. He says, Sneeko is part Asian. He's Filipino. Okay, very good. Very good. Panda Trucker with a $20 super chat. Says, what struggle exists nowadays? If a person, black, white, man, woman, isn't where they see themselves in 2023, it's their own fault for not applying themselves or making the correct decisions in life. I agree. Listen, man, if you live in the West, if you live in America, there is no excuse for you to be a failure. There's just not. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. There are way too many resources, way too many opportunities for you to be a failure in a Western country. Good super chat there by Panda. Alvin Sam with the $5 super chat says, these Shaniquas are proving the stereotypes. Sheesh. I dabble in the dark as long as she's feminine and soft-spoken. Who among us wouldn't? Who among us wouldn't? FS Claire with the $10 super chat says, they are the only people who bash those who are educated, articulate, and successful as lame and desire and chase the absolute worst among us. Why would we want to commit to that? FS Claire, that's a damn good question. That is a damn good question. That's how it goes, man. But then they want to complain that we're not around. All right. Okay. Let's continue.
And so that's why you're swiping. And I know I'm not an Asian man, but if I had to just go off of if I was on a dating app and saw an Asian man, I don't know whether he got a big dick or not. So a lot of women are probably swiping because they go off of the stigma, just like the bad black woman.
Yeah, but guess what? We don't have time to be dating around. We don't have time. I don't have time to sit here and say, you know what? She looks ratchet, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me go out on a date with her. Let me waste more time. Nope, sorry. If I'm going to spend my time, my energy, my attention, and my resources on a potential woman, guess what? I am absolutely going to judge a book by its cover. It makes absolutely no sense for me to buy a car that looks like it has 250,000 miles on it for someone to tell me, well, just because it looks like it can't run doesn't mean it can't. Yes, and you're right, but that one over there that looks like it's brand fucking new, the odometer has 7 miles on it. Yeah, I think I'm going to take that one out on a date because what I see on the outside, it's a better prospect for me than the junkmobile. That's all there is to it. Neil Ray with the $2 super chat says, that girl who cannot answer a question is so gone. Yeah, dude.
mean,
Trim
the
that.
stigma about an Asian man is that he ain't packing. Now, I'm not saying that's not true because I fucked Asian men with big dicks. So that's not true. But you swiping because you're like, I don't know.
This bitch said, I have fucked Asian dudes with big dicks. That means that this bitch has a high body count. Wow.
The same way you're swiping right on the black woman. You're like, I don't know, and I don't want to take the risk.
That would be swiping left on the black woman. And why would we take a risk when we see all of the evidence around us?
Do you think you're masculine?
Very well put.
I think that I'm an aggressive alpha
Aggressive is masculine. Alpha's masculine.
female, but I'm very feminine when it counts, and that means within my relationship.
Femininity.
No, this woman has not a feminine bone in her body. And again, she's attractive. She actually looks, she's attractive. Like if I had never heard her speak, I would say, wow, good looking woman, good looking lady. Same with the dude on Sneeko's right, our left. Good looking lady until she talks. So Sneeko says, well, are you masculine? I'm not masculine. I'm just aggressive and an alpha.
Like, I'm with a man who allows me to be in my femininity. So I don't have to take charge. I don't have to lead. I don't have to make certain decisions. Where in the work world or in the corporate world or in the entertainment business, I have to put on I wouldn't call it manly because there's nothing manly about me. I would call it assertive.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a masculine trait.
Dude, he took the words right out of my mouth. Being assertive is a masculine trait.
These are all masculine traits.
Aggressive, alpha. That's pretty much what a masculine man is.
So which one would you want to
when
hear?
you're in the work world and the corporate world, yes, I do understand a woman having to stand for herself because
there you go. Now here she's speaking facts. She's speaking facts right here. I talk all the time about the fact that women who put their careers first quite literally forget how to be a woman. They forget how to be feminine because it requires, to advance in the corporate world, to advance in any job, requires masculine traits. Assertiveness, promptness, accountability. That's a masculine trait. That's something women don't possess. She's right. And when a woman works in a field or whatever for so long, at some point she's going to forget. A lot of times that's going to start to bleed over into her home life. And before you know it, she's acting like this.
men will walk all over you. But when it comes to the bedroom, when it comes to you being in a relationship, no, I don't think that you should be masculine. You should definitely be as much feminine as possible. But that pertains on the woman.
Would you date a man who's feminine presenting in the workplace, but then in bed he's dominant?
Uh-oh.
So if I was dating you and I'm always feminine and I'm wearing high heels and I'm outside in public being girly and stuff like that, and then I come home to you and I'm masculine, would you still respect me?
No, but that's not. That's not the same example because that would mean.
No, that's literally the same example. Red. That is literally the same example. You see, what black women are telling us when they say, well, when I meet the right man, I'll be feminine. Or when I'm around men that are masculine, I'll be feminine. Oh, okay. All right. So you want us to assume that you're feminine behind closed doors when you're masculine in public. But if I acted feminine in public, why would you have reason to believe that I'll be masculine behind closed doors? See, this is what black women don't understand. They think that we believe them when they say, hey, I'm masculine on the outside, but on the inside, I'm really soft and feminine. Listen, maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But if I don't see any evidence of that when we're not behind closed doors, I'm not swiping right. I'm swiping left.
Like, hold on, give me a second. That would mean that I'm dressing like a dude and thinking I have a dick, or thinking that I think like a man, or I know what a man thinks.
Thinking like a man.
No, you're saying that. I don't think I think like a man at all. I'm just telling you my thought process of why someone would swipe right on a black female, and it's because only thing I could think of is his past experience. He's then going off of his past experience. Why?
Yes, his past experience says, and the past experience says of other black men. See, what she's talking about now is empirical data. We didn't all just wake up and decide, you know what, let's make up this community and just shit on black women. Let's just, you know what we're all going to do? We're all just going to make up the same stories just so we can shit on black women, just to give us a reason to go off and date white girls, right? No, that's not what happened. We are talking about decades and decades of lived experiences, plural, empirical data, plural, relevant, valid. This woman is sitting here acting like one black man had one bad experience with one black woman, and now that one black man is poisoning the minds of all black men. No, that's not what's going on. That's not what's going on. As I said before, we men, we're stubborn. If we try something that we like once and it doesn't work out, we'll continue to try it. Ask any man who's found the red pill. Ask any man who's found the red pill. Right? Men don't find the red pill after going up to a girl, asking her on a date, and her turning him down. No. Men find the red pill after they've been cheated on by the fifth straight girlfriend. Men find the red pill after they find out their wife's been fucking their boss. And they're wondering of the 3 kids we have, how many of them are actually mine. That's when men find the red pill, is by repeated experiences. It is never the case where we're just like, you know what? I tried to date a black woman. It didn't work out. So that's it. No, man. Black men, listen, black women have had the right of first refusal forever. And they've taken advantage of that. They've taken that for granted. And so now that the best and brightest black men are taking their talents overseas or just dating other races of women, now it's our problem. You guys are buying into the stereotype. It has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with the stereotype and everything to do with lived and learned experiences.
How else would you swipe right?
Okay, instead of this, so you're in the workplace, you're assertive, you're alpha, you have to navigate around men, you're having to embrace a lot of masculine qualities. I'm asking, would you be with the man who you come home to, you say, honey, I'm home, and your husband is wearing an apron, and he's baking muffins.
Thank you.
And then he kisses you on the cheek.
What's wrong with that?
And would you be attracted to that?
Absolutely. There's no gender roles in my house.
Oh, get the cat. Get out of here.
What do you mean?
Man.
Is he wearing an apron and there's a hard dick underneath it for me to suck?
Hold on. There's clearly gender roles if you submit to your man, like you just said a second ago.
When I say there's no gender roles, I mean in the pretense of we're not debating like, oh, this is a woman's job to wash dishes. This is a woman's job to put on an apron and cook dinner.
But it is a woman's job to wash dishes and put on an apron and make dinner.
He wants to wear the apron because he's trying to be, I don't know, freaky and want me to suck the dick under it. I'm cool with that.
But does he do that though? Realistically speaking, probably not.
I mean, not in a no.
And even if he did, let's just say it was a one-off thing, right? Let's just say, the husband wants to give her a striptease, whatever the case may be. He's like, I'll put on an apron. I'll wear a leopard-colored thong, I'll shake my junk in her face and blah, 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 blah. Okay, if it's a one-off situation like that just to try to spice things up, yeah, then that's what Myron is talking about. But we're talking about this as status quo. We're talking about this happening on a regular basis.
You're talking about role play. I'm saying that is his...
There you go. Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you, role play. That's... What Sneeko just summed up in 2 words what I couldn't sum up in 2 minutes. Jesus.
That's who he is.
No, I wouldn't be okay
because that's
with
how
that.
you are. You're masculine presenting in your life.
Yes, because I'm the head of the board at a lot of places. I'm running my business.
Oh,
I'm the one who's making all the hard decisions. I'm paying the bills.
Yes, these are masculine traits, sweet cheeks.
Paying employees. So
this is man.
Why is me being the boss have to equate with being the man?
Why can't it just?
Why is me making?
Listen to how she sounds. Listen to how she's talking.
Financial decisions or making, I don't know, life changing.
It just is, sweetie. See, again, she's trying to negotiate attraction here. She's trying to negotiate attraction. Well, listen, it's my job's fault that I act like a boss bitch. Okay. So what am I supposed to do? Well, okay. Well, the reason why she acts like a dude is because of her job. All right, she's attractive now. No, it doesn't matter. It does not matter.
Or business decisions equate to me being a man.
Yes, because to run a business efficiently as a boss, you have to have masculine traits.
You.
It's funny how you said I'm alpha, I'm dominant, I'm assertive, etc., aggressive. these are all masculine traits, whether you want to accept it or not.
Right. But also,
so that makes you masculine.
But yes, okay, I'm gonna accept that because yes, that is what it is. But you have to agree. Also, as a woman, you have to play the part of. There's moments where you're aggressive, but I work with men where you can't be that girl. They got to be attracted to you. If you understand how the world works, pretty privileged.
Yeah.
Men are nice. Men are nice to women that they are attracted to.
That's
that
right.
Don't take things too serious. That understand, like, yeah, no, don't flirt and get out of hand and make me feel weird, but I can flirt with you without you thinking that I'm trying to fuck you. You understand?
All right, guys, I need another 73 likes. I need 73 likes. Let's get to 500 likes before the 10-minute clock runs out. 500 likes in 10 minutes. I need 70. I need 81, or I'm sorry, not 81. Yes, 81 likes, not 83. We have 10 minutes to get 70 more likes. Here we go.
So then there's a soft balance between that. And I'm just saying there's a balance. And when you become a woman in the workplace, you learn how to balance those things. So there is going to be some sort of masculinity, but I think that certain women have to learn how to balance it.
But and what she is saying is correct in theory, okay? But women you can't balance the masculine and feminine. You are either masculine or you are feminine. That's it. There's no such thing as being a little bit feminine. You're either feminine or you're not. If I were a little bit feminine, guess what? That would make me feminine. If Devin were a little bit masculine, guess what? She'd be masculine. This woman is all masculine, all day. Joel Evangelista, member for 34 months. Joel Evangelista has been a member for damn near 3 years. Appreciate that very much. Neil Ray, member for 14 months. Says, happy to be a member. Thanks for all the wisdom. Absolutely. Appreciate that very, very much. The Level Up Man with the $10 super chat says, dated a black woman in college. Awesome girl, fit, feminine, etc. Her friends found out I was white, and they shamed her into a breakup. Never understood why until you explained it. Black women do it to themselves. Trying to tell you, man. Trying to tell you. FS Claire with the $5 super chat says they want to be accepted for they want to be accepted for behaving like petulant children when it benefits them while calling themselves queen. Nope, they will ruin you. Yes, they will. Let's continue.
Because, I'm just saying.
My point is that men are taught to accept women who are balanced, who are masculine all the time and feminine sometimes, but you still want a man who's always masculine. You're not going to want a guy who's balanced masculine and feminine who half the time is wearing an apron.
Unbelievable. Dude, Sneako's taking the words right out of my mouth.
Who's kissing you.
You're absolutely right, but my man never gets the work meat. Once I step through that door.
We don't know that. We don't know that. See? My man doesn't get the work meat. Yeah, until he does. And that's what we're talking about. When we see a woman who looks like her, when we see a woman that looks like you, we assume correctly she's probably going to act like that. So if you're acting like this outside, what assurances do we have? What assurances do we have that this is not the way you act when you get home? No, this is the way this woman acts all the time because it comes way too naturally to her.
Or once I answer his phone call, whether I'm at work, he doesn't get
How do you turn it off?
It's balance. He doesn't want to date a man. He want to date a soft woman. He wants to come home to someone who isn't combative, someone who listens, someone who's coachable. That's what he wants. He wants a soft ass at the end of the night. He doesn't want the woman who's telling him.
No, we don't want a soft ass. We want a tight ass. We want a tight ass.
Do this and do that. I'm not his mother. I'm his woman.
Yes, indeed. Very
That
well
sounds good on
put.
paper, but so does communism. It typically doesn't work that way. When you're an aggressive woman and you're masculine and you're dominant, it's very, very difficult to turn that off.
It is.
To
It's
put
very
that
rare.
face on everyone, listen, I'll take the accountability that at one point in my life, in some of my relationships, if you were to sit down with my exes, yes, that would probably be a trait that they would say, damn, you got to turn that shit down. I'm not trying to date a dude.
Okay.
But there's something called growth. I'm not 21, 22, no disrespect to you ladies, but I've lived a little. So I'm in a space in my life where I know how to keep a man.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
What about you? Go on.
I mean, I wouldn't date her, but sounds like she's got a good head on her shoulders. And listen, man, all we can do is assume that she's telling the truth. Zabivan says Bronx accent disqualified. Dude, Something about the Northeastern, the New York accent, the Bronx accent, the fucking Boston accent. I don't care what the race of the woman is. It is so, it is the biggest turnoff. Like the Brooklyn, New York, Bronx accent on a woman, oh my God, it's trashy. It's just trashy.
Back to the original thing.
Why do you think
black women get swiped on left?
So I just want to say I appreciate the statistic because it's true, it's facts. And I've talked to men before that they're like, I intentionally do not swipe on black women, either because one, it's not their quote unquote taste, or it's just like they just blatantly are like, I'm not into that, so I'm swiping left.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've heard at least 3 guys say that.
All right, why do you think that is?
I mean, people say personal preference, but at the end of the day, if you're not open-minded enough to like, that could be your soulmate. I hate to say, I don't think I'll ever find my soulmate on a dating app, but like,
of course not.
Some people just automatically, it's a no. They don't even give it a chance. So like, I agree with what most people have
You're
said
kind of
so
avoiding
far.
the question though.
Yeah,
You're blaming the people. You're blaming
it's-
the people who are not swiping instead of addressing why.
Yeah, but there are also 4 black women in that room. You cannot expect non-black women to give their opinions on why black women don't get swiped on Tinder. That's just all there is to it. That's all there is to it, man. Convicts with the $10 super chat says, a wise man once said, men their whole lives are taught how to treat a woman, but not what to expect from a woman, while women are taught what to expect from a man, but not how to treat a man. Wow. Very, very good observation there. Tony Esquire with the $5 super chat says, I hit the like and the super chat. Appreciate that. Knight Commander, member for 1 month. Says, greetings, Donovan. Proud member and loving it. Appreciate that very much. Derek the Trader with the $5 super chat says, a millionaire was dating 3 women. One was a doctor, one was a lawyer, one was an engineer. He married the one with the biggest tits. Thank you. Exactly. Let's continue.
Why do you think they're not swiping to begin with?
Well, prejudice, judgment. One thing I'd like to bring to the table, I don't care what anybody says, but basically, if there's like generational trauma, imagine like what's generational to the people that were causing that trauma. I feel like honestly, there's some people in their lineage, there's just racism. You're going to be an ignorant ass person that's in your family line. That's how you guys lived. And that's
okay. Racism doesn't have anything to do with physical attraction. It just doesn't. Oh, we have reached 500 likes. Thank you guys very, very much. But yes, racism has absolutely nothing to do, absolutely positively nothing to do with sexual preference. Guys, there were slave owners who hated black people who were sexually attracted to black women. We all know that. Dude, we all know the slave owners used to get it on with their, we all know that slave owners used to get it on with the help, right? Dude, they'd smash a black woman and go and whoop a black man. Honestly, racist against black people does not mean that they are not attracted to them. You can absolutely be racist as a motherfucker and still want to fuck the people that you are racist against, i.e. slave owners.
That's how you guys were successful. It carries on. So some people, they just are trained that way.
So it's
just
racism.
Like, yep. Mm-hmm. If I'm telling you somebody doesn't swipe right on someone solely because of how they look and it's because they're brown, that's discrimination. And the fact that
shout out to Jay Blaze. Welcome to the CME. These tickets are selling like hotcakes. Keep it going.
I told you that there's people that have told me that they don't swipe on black women because they're black. That's that. Like they said what they said.
It's self-explanatory.
Is it discrimination when you don't want to date a guy that's 5'6"?
Well, exactly. Yeah, you have to give everybody.
Thank you. There you go. There it is.
A chance.
Wait, hold on. But is it discrimination when you date a short guy?
There's people that will say like you could talk to them for days.
Preference is not discrimination, sweetie. Like Asian girls don't turn me on. I've never been like. There's a lot of guys who love Asian. I've never been turned on by Asian girls. I mean, I'm sure if an Asian girl were hot enough, I would absolutely smash, but Asian girls just aren't my type. Does that mean I'm racist against Asian girls? No. Just means they're not my type.
Oh my God, I love them. They're so nice. And then you realize how tall they are. Some people will leave that. They'll block you. They'll go the next way because they don't want that.
So you're a heightist.
That's a preference, though. That's a preference. Listen, man, we can talk all the shit about girls discriminating against guys because of their height. It is what it is. Girls would rather date tall guys than short guys. That's just how it is, man.
I'm saying some people, I don't give a fuck. Give short kings a chance. Like, if you make me, at the end of the day, if you make me feel like I should, if you're my companion.
This is fantastic.
Did she just say a short king a chance? Did she really just call men kings? Interesting. I think I need to see and maybe hear a little more. Just a little more before I pass judgment here.
I mean, I'm 5'4", so 5'6" is fine. As long as you're taller than me and like whatever, that's okay.
It's funny that people don't use that word heightus though. Fresh has that word heightus. They don't blame you for that. They say that's a preference. You prefer taller men and we accept it. But if you flip it on race, which is something that you're born with, just like your height.
Nobody accepts the height thing. Everybody says something about height.
Everybody has to.
Well, there's a lot of things about like a woman wants to wear heels. 85% of women want a
man who's 6 feet tall or above.
And you always see
how many of them are with that?
A lot of
doesn't matter what they're with. It matters what they want.
I want it though.
They're not gonna get it.
You put men 6 feet and above.
Good question. I mean, good point. But most women are delusional of their own personal value.
Thank you.
So that's what I'm trying to say is that a lot of people are missing out on a lot of good because of what they saw.
It will talk to women. Talk to women. Women are the picky ones. Men are not as selective as women. We're just not.
So they're just dismissing it because they don't even want to give it a chance.
My point is, I just find it interesting how you're reluctant to call not dating a short guy. You're reluctant to call that discrimination, but you quickly went ahead and said if a guy doesn't want to date a black girl, that's discrimination.
I never said that.
It's all
I
discrimination.
agree. Exactly. It's discrimination. If somebody said, I just said that. If somebody, you find out.
She said, wait, did you say it or didn't you? Like, which is it?
Their height. You're talking to them. You actually like them, and then you find out your height and you diss them. You're like on to the next. That's discrimination.
So you don't agree there's a small line between discrimination and preference?
Well, yes. If you have a preference, you are by definition going to discriminate those who do not fit your preferences. But just because I'm not attracted to Asian girls, for the most part, does not mean I'm racist against Asians. Any more than a girl who's not attracted to short guys is heightist. It is what it is. We're not here to complain about it.
I'm not saying that, but I was just trying to...
I'm sorry, Miami J with the $2 super chat says, yes, sir, Jay Blaze, meet you there. Alvin Sam with the $5 super chat says, dating is not an equal opportunity employer. Hypergamy itself is discrimination and also age gap relations. Exactly. Listen, man, the world does not owe you an explanation, and it does not owe you an apology. It doesn't. It doesn't. And I'm glad. I mean, this makes for great conversation fodder. But in the end, it doesn't matter why it doesn't matter really why black women are the least preferred. They are.
But she didn't. What I'm trying to say, display here is that she didn't have that same energy for height. But she was quick to say, if you don't want to date a black girl, that's discrimination. So what about all the girls that don't date short guys?
I was just ready with my answer.
Is that discrimination too?
Because I don't think there's a history of us people getting whooped because of their height.
They were high. Short.
Exactly.
Because they were short.
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. They have no idea. They don't know that preference and prejudice are not mutually exclusive from one another. What are we doing?
You know what I mean? People
Not even
were abused
discriminated
and didn't get the same equality because of their race, not because of their height. It's just the history of it.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with dating preferences? What does that have to do with dating preferences? Most white guys don't want to date black women. Does that mean they're racist against black people? Of course not.
People like to
Not
make
to
short
say-
jokes all the time. Sorry to cut you off, by the way.
I don't think it's the same. I don't think somebody deciding not to date someone because of their preference, whether it's like, I like fit guys, I like girls with big butts, I like girls with titties, I like girls, whatever. That those are preferences. And in some sort of nature, yes, it is a slight of discrimination. But we live in a world where there's a big word called racism. And racism, I think, overpowers the discrimination part, which is like, yo, you don't
put it on.
This makes absolutely no sense. This makes absolutely no sense. Just because you don't prefer to date a certain kind of man or woman does not mean you are discriminating against them for nefarious reasons.
might
men
I
to go and
add-
solve racism on dating apps.
Might I add that black women come in
entitled.
all different
Hold on.
shades.
Men are entitled to their preference. I don't think
Even
there's
your
nothing
shade.
wrong with a man saying, "Yo, I like a lighter skinned woman." That's just what I
Nothing
like.
wrong.
But I think he also has to still have the mind frame of saying, but if I ran into a darker skinned woman, which I haven't found one yet that I'm attracted to, but if I do, I would give it a shot.
You're just saying it in flowery language. Can a guy say, I don't date black women?
No.
Yeah. I'm telling
No,
you
we
that.
can't.
like,
It sounds
these
real
people-
racist
It's like
to
I
me.
can say I don't
But
date
if a girl
Asian
says I
men.
want a short, I don't
You
date
said
short
the
guys.
same thing.
Nobody says.
What she said.
That's the thing.
Hold on. You just said
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. If somebody says I don't date black guys, you sound racist. So what about a woman who says I don't date short guys? Come on.
explained it in flowery language to not make you feel bad. I don't like lighter skin, sometimes brown skin. That's the same
You
thing.
can say black woman,
What I just said in
that's
4
a wide
words-
range of women.
What I just said in 4 words, like you took 30 words to
But
say.
hold on, let me piggyback on what she just said.
Okay.
Right? Look, right? She said, when you talk about black women, you talk about all skin
Different
colors.
shades of
And
women.
black women come this complexion, they come this complexion, they
Regardless.
come this complexion. But that's not what the problem is. When you're swiping right,
You don't know what the problem is?
you're swiping right on the
Because
complexion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not swiping
This is
right
unbelievable.
on the
I mean-
fact that she's an African American. I mean, look at the prince. He's married to a black woman.
Hello.
You understand
That's
what I'm
your
saying?
color.
But the world didn't perceive her until
Never-
they really knew that she was a Jamaican black
Exactly.
woman.
Then
You understand what I'm saying?
I don't know what this has to do with anything. I don't know what this has to do with anything.
So my point. Do you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
781 people watching. The like button clock is back on. I need 600 likes. I need 600 likes in 10 minutes. I need 70 more likes in the next 10 minutes. 70 likes in 10 minutes. Let's get it.
So
I
when
agree.
you're swiping right and you're saying why are black women swiped right? No, let's put it plain sight. Why are dark women swiped right?
Amen.
Oh my God,
It's
That's
not
a good
because
point.
it's not black women.
That's
God,
what, that's how I
Mexico.
took
'Cause it's
that
not black
question.
women.
That's how I took
Honestly-
that
But
question.
Honestly-
black, hold on, black.
That's not
First of all,
true.
black is the color.
That-
Black
African.
is
Let's
one
just go with
thing.
African American. Why are African American women swiped right on? Right? Because that's
This
a
is
race.
insane.
That's-
Devin just nailed it. If a white person says they don't date black people, it's racist. If a black person says they don't date white people, it's preference. Exactly.
It's all right.
All right, let's let her
right.
finish her point. So
Yeah.
you're saying it's discrimination. Okay.
So, and-
Anything else?
yeah,
Prejudice, judgment, discrimination.
To
Anything
bring
else?
it back, if you think about a dating app, all you have is a person, what they let you know, and their photos. So at the end of the day, you're swiping on what they look like regardless.
Well, there you go.
So some people do justify like, oh, I don't like these photos. They're bad photos. I'll come up with my judgment on her. Swipe. That's what it is. A dating. You're not going to get anything. Like
All
it's
right,
just
to
surface
summarize,
level.
prejudice, judgment, discrimination.
Photo based and what you like, I guess.
Okay. What about you? Why do you think?
I will say that I don't believe that it has anything to do with racism, prejudice, or discrimination, any of that.
What do you think it is?
It is because the stereotypes about black women are born from a place that is true. We can, and I say we as a collective, like we can be aggressive, we can be assertive, we can be masculine, we can basically disregard the family unit. Like, and I'll summarize this, but Thomas Sowell writes about it that post-slavery and the Reconstruction era and in the Jim Crow era in the 50s, 60s, where it's like the most racist, the black nuclear family was still intact. Mother,
it is.
father in the home
Thank
with
you.
all the children. Post the 70s, second wave, third wave, radical feminism that told you have sex with whoever you want and then kill the child after, has given us a sense of like, well, my body's not important, my family's not important, having a man is not important, our music tells us that. Like, country music's not telling anyone to divorce their husband. It's rap music that's telling us.
Wow! There it is. There you go. See? Country music is not telling women to divorce their husbands, man. Like, dude, I'm so glad we have women out here who actually have some sense. She's keeping it real.
It's like, get rid of your man, you don't need him. So, like,
Facts.
those stereotypes are born from a true place. It has nothing to do with racism. You know, no offense to anyone who brought it up, but like in the most racist time in America, the black family was intact. So it's nothing to do with that.
Don't you?
God damn! During the most racist time in America, the black family was stronger. Thank you.
Thank you. During the civil rights movement, black men and black women were galvanized. They were in it together. Now, if you say anything, how can I put this? Now, if you say anything remotely unflattering about black women, you're a racist.
See that was a problem for them.
That's why she bought the book. She makes sense. That's a good breakdown.
Oh man,
That was great.
Oh,
That was
God.
the most racist time in America when slaves were free.
Well, I would argue that freeing the slaves was the least racist thing that could be done at the time.
You're quoting that the most unracist time in America.
Well,
the
keep
most
in
racist
mind-
time in America is what you said.
Well, keep in
Were
mind that
after slaves were
only
free.
1%, less than 1% of the population in 1860, where slavery was at its highest, actually owned slaves.
So did you forget of the
99%
drug
did not own
epidemic that
slaves.
came about in the 60s and 70s?
What does the drug epidemic have to do with slavery? See? If you can't, somebody just said it in the chat. If you can't win an argument, just become a victim. So clearly the woman on the left is educated. She knows her history. Clearly she knows her history. But as soon as she starts speaking facts, the girl in the pink is like, "Oh shit, she knows what she's talking about. Let me switch it to the crack epidemic." Dude, nobody went into the hood. Nobody went into the hood and forced people to take drugs, man. No, man, dude. Frank Lucas, Bumpy Johnson, all those guys, dude, they sold drugs. It was black people who were selling. It was black people who were selling the dope to black people. Fuck out of here.
That actually split apart the black families along with the feminists.
Well, the drug epidemic, that's an entirely separate thing. Like you
Thank
get
you.
into
So it has
Reaganomics
nothing to
and
do
all
with
that.
black people, African Americans. It wasn't targeted to African American communities.
Well, I don't know about a specific community being targeted, but I mean, black people.
Okay, I rest my case.
I rested your
I don't think we're talking about dating apps specifically, right? Like I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know what the crack epidemic in the 60s and 70s and 80s has to do with the reason why she's single. I just don't get it. I don't get it. 585 likes, guys. I need 15 more likes in 4 minutes and 22 seconds. Let's go.
I'm saying
No.
I'm not saying anything about drugs or anything like that, but we're asking why are black women swiped on the least? And it's because we do not value other men telling us what to do, being around us, being in our lives. We don't value having their children.
Other men
we
or
have
men,
Please let her finish.
we have like. Have you ever watched Divorce Court or Judge Joe Brown?
Oh my
It's
God.
always a
Scripted,
black
ma'am.
woman.
Yeah, but that's
It's
fake. They
always
just
a-
ask
Scripted? It's not script. What is she talking about?
you to come on there and pay me. What are
Exactly,
you
they're
talking about? It's fake. Don't go off of that.
Come on now.
I understand
That's your
that
logic
it's
to
TV,
go
but
back to?
why aren't they gonna ask a white woman to go on divorce court? Because she's not gonna be as loud and ratchet and funny
It's
and
just not
hilarious.
public. I come from
It's not
Listen,
going to be as entertaining.
It's
We've
not
been
gonna
the
be as
entertainment of the
entertaining.
country since
That's why
before
they're gonna
Ladies,
hire
what she's trying to say
TV.
is that
We've been the
in one
entertainment.
of the worst times to be an African American, black families were together. Black women stood by their black men.
That's
as
right.
she was saying before, right? So what she's saying now is that fairly equal across the board nowadays, right? And you can argue that minorities might even have an advantage over
Beyond.
Caucasians.
Yeah.
And the stereotypes of black women are worse now than they were back then.
Oh!
Is what she's trying to say.
Oh!
Yes.
because
And that ain't because of nobody but y'all.
we have social media.
Right.
Well, no, because we are given, I would argue, too much freedom
Woo!
to do whatever we want,
Oh
and
my
not being
God!
held back
Oh,
by some semblance
wow!
of modesty has made us like,
Oh my
for the
God.
most part, run around in the streets like
Oh my.
lawlessly.
Yeah, but isn't
So-
that
And it
we-
doesn't reflect well on us as a whole.
So
we
you
run
don't think
around
that a man
more
is swiping
than-
on Tinder, he's going to be like, well, she's black, she runs in the street, she's loud, she's obnoxious, she's aggressive, she's
But
masculine,
that's
she's
a
rude.
thing of free will. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
So, which means if your free will, it means
Your free
that
will
you
is to
behave.
be masculine and
You-
aggressive and assertive.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
control your actions.
Right.
However, the man does not
600 likes. Appreciate you guys very much. Let's continue.
have to deal with that. Like he doesn't have to. So if he sees a black girl,
He assumes.
she may fit that stereotype. She has I'm going to say 70% chance of fitting that stereotype. Why should he
Wow.
bet on that 70% when he can swipe
70%.
right?
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Not 70.
I'm just
Not
gonna,
70.
Are you that
I just
way?
made up that
A
number.
black woman, are you
Right.
that way?
So do
I mean,
Yo, you guys
I
are
don't-
perpetuating the stereotype by cutting her off.
Thank you. Thank you. There it is. There it is. These women, in trying to defend themselves against the stereotype, are literally portraying and confirming the stereotype. This is why, man. This is why. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking at 5 black. Boy, actually, hold on one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 black women at the table. And 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, at least 4 of them are ratchet. Okay? The ratchet ones are this one, this one, and this one. The jury is still out on her. Maybe maybe my attraction to her is clouding my judgment a little bit. But we got 6 black women at the table, and 4 of them perpetuate the stereotype. 4 of them perpetuate the stereotype. There you go.
Yo, real talk. She's trying to articulate her point, and y'all, who cuts her off? The black girls at the table. Y'all, real talk, are perpetuating the stereotype even further.
There
Here's the
goes
thing.
Mo.
Stereotypes exist in some semblance of reality
Truth.
and some semblance of truth. It's upon you as the individual to prove that stereotype wrong. Here, me and him, we're black too. I get stereotyped. I walk in a store. They think I'm going to steal. They think I'm a bad person. They think I'm a criminal. Girls walk by me on the street. They cross the street, etc. It is what it is. I accept that.
Thank
it's
you.
on me to prove the stereotype wrong because I understand that stereotypes typically are in
Exists
some
for
form
a reason.
truth.
yeah.
Cigar Man 85 says, Donovan, can you tell which hair is real? Oh, man. I can't do that, man. Well, I can't do it. I know orange hair is fake. I know the red hair. I know the redhead is fake. That's about it.
But when you continue to perpetuate the stereotype, all you do is reinforce the negative stereotype of the race of which you are.
There you go.
By proving them right. So I look at it like, no, speak well. Don't be an idiot. Don't listen to, hip hop music that perpetuates a certain stereotype. And if you want to listen to it, it is what it is. But if you actually enact on it, fuck all dudes. I don't need a man, blah, blah, blah. This is why
What are you complaining about?
so many guys are like, yo, I don't want to deal with black women because they think that that's a stereotype. Now, are all black women like that? No, of course not.
Obviously, yeah. No.
But, right, there's this mantra out there that
Are all black women like that? No. Are most black women like this? I don't know. But I do know this. Enough black women are like this for us to be having this conversation. Even if it weren't 51% of black women. Let's say it was 40% of black women, ratchet and just undateable, unmarriable. That's still enough to be concerned and to talk about it. Well, not all black women are like that. Okay, well then what percentage? I don't know, 30, 40%? That's enough. That's enough. Even if it was, think about it this way, guys. Think about it this way. Let's just say that exactly 50% of black women in this country fit the black woman stereotype. And I don't know if they do or not, but I know this. If I use that barometer, 50%, look, check this out, man. I'm not swiping right on you. If I got a 50% chance on swiping on a fucking ratchet, I'm not swiping, y'all. Sorry. The Fit Comedian with the $5 super chat says, so if black women don't date white men, is that racist? Here's another question. If black women don't date black men, are they racist? Because I get called racist all the time. Donovan Sharpe is racist against black people. I don't hate y'all. I just don't date y'all. Fuck's wrong with y'all? Black Wolf Inc. with the $5 super chat says, that's why she got a live autographed copy of Why Women Deserve Less. Now available on Amazon, baby. The RP knowledge is... Appreciate that very much, Black Wolf Inc. Let's go.
yo, she could act like this. There's a high likelihood she acts like this. So I'm going to go with what's probable versus what's possible.
Thank you.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because this has been a long trait of damage and mental conditioning about this is how Black women are. What do you suggest, right? because you're saying change the mind frame. But if this has already been packed in so long, how does one person or two people or three people or 15 people or whatever, or state, whatever, change the perception?
It's not up to anyone to change the perception about black women except for black women. If you want to change the perception, then guess what? It's on you to change the perception. I know me personally, I am never going to change the perception of the way black people are looked at. I'm not going to do that. That doesn't mean I got to act stupid either. But she's asking Myron a question that she needs to answer.
Fight the stereotype.
Hey, it won't happen overnight.
Yeah,
of course.
You're not going to fight everybody. You can work for yourself. I would say the first step in what I keep hearing on this panel is everybody blaming social media instead of blaming their own actions and the way they present
Thank
themselves.
you.
Yep.
But you blame social media and then you're still all addicted to it. You're still ingesting all these celebrity gossip. You're still looking at what Krishan Rock is doing, who she's fighting, who's baby mama drama. You're still looking at the shade room. You're still out here becoming rappers. You're still quoting Ice Spice lyrics before the show starts.
Right.
There you go. I don't live that in my household. That's the difference. I sell it. I don't buy it. Sorry.
That's not true. I mean, the way you act when nobody's looking that defines who you are.
The drug dealer is worse than the the addict.
But I can also say that
you sell it, you don't buy it.
Yeah, no.
Who gets more time, the addict or
Right.
the dealer?
The dealer. But
Thank
what I'm
you.
saying is that you don't bring that home. It's one day you turn it
Again, and listen, assuming she's telling the truth, we still can't assume it. We still can't assume it. Shout out to Miami-Dade police. With the $3 Australian super chat says, we don't discriminate, we will arrest anyone. Yes, that is absolutely correct. FS Claire with the $20 super chat says, the traditional woman is gone. If you think you have one, make her mad and see what she becomes. They expose themselves for what they are because their emotions betray them. Buy the grift at your own risk. Wow. That is very interesting. If you want to know what kind of a woman she really is, piss her off and see how she reacts. When Devin gets pissed off, she cries. She's not aggressive at all. She's just,
It's on for entertainment. Like we're all creators. We're all content creators. We're all entertainers. I don't know what you do for a living, but this is what makes us our money, right? So you have to know when to turn it off.
Yeah, but we don't know that you know how to turn it off. And I have seen precious little evidence that this woman can turn this off.
How do you separate it? Like when you do something 40 hours a week and live
The
that
same
life,
way
how do you
actors,
come
the
back
same way
forward?
you separate your 9 to 5
same
from
actor,
your
though.
home.
No, I'm
But ratchet black women don't separate their 9 to 5. Matter of fact, they act black. Black women are more well behaved at work than they are at the house. This woman wants us to think that she's all boss bitch at her job, and then she goes home and all of a sudden she's all no, dude. Women, especially black women, act worse at home than on the job. When they're on the job, they're on their very best behavior. All day, every day. You better believe it. They're on their best behavior. Soon as they come home, they take out the weave, take off the heels, whatever, and they're ready to rock. Every time.
Don't
but
think
I
of yourself
am.
as an actor.
I am, but I'm not.
An example though.
You can't do both.
So
I mean,
so she makes a very good point though, and it's funny because Cardi B is a perfect example. She legit says, "I don't cook, I don't clean,"
But she does.
But let me tell
but
you
she
how you got
does.
this ring.
But what's happening? The masses are seeing.
Yes. Did you see what she just said? She says, I don't cook and I don't clean. She says, but she does. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Cardi B is one thing to y'all, but then at home, it's a different story. But that's Cardi B. Beyonce, all my single ladies, she goes back to fucking Jay-Z.
Oh, don't cook, don't clean. I'm gonna follow her.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad example.
But that's where it goes back to, as a person, you have to have common sense. You got to know when to separate the reality from the fantasy.
Facts.
And if
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. There's no reality in fantasy. There's only reality. Jesus Christ. This woman on the screen, look, dude, her and the chick beside her are just,
you didn't grow up knowing how to do that, if your parents didn't teach you in your household what it is to separate fantasy from reality, then it's like you're lost. You're just gonna once you become an adult.
Yeah, not my problem. Not my problem. Look, man. Look, is it every black woman's fault that she's the way she is? No. Of course not. Not my problem, y'all. Not my problem. Not my problem.
You're gonna be lost in
Let's
the
be
sauce.
honest. People don't have common sense anymore. So reality speaking,
I feel like
it's gonna stay
yeah.
the same.
Common sense is
There
not
it is.
not common.
There it
And
is.
the blaming of the social media is because people are allowing social media to raise their kids,
To use
to give
exactly
them
their common
values, to give them
sense.
core values, to
Okay, now we're getting off into the weeds here.
give them. A lot of people can't sit here and say, "Oh, I grew up in a 2-family home. I watched my parents kiss and love with each other every day." I can, but I can't say that for everybody else. So you only can exude what you have experienced in your life. I'm gonna give into my relationship what I watched my parents do for each other.
That's cap.
So no matter what I'm doing as far as my job and my job title, I know the difference in what it is to raise a family and to build a
This
household
is
and
all
to treat
word
a man.
salad.
All right.
This is all just word salad, y'all.
You said your point. What about you? Why do you think? And don't be scared. Just give your opinion. They won't attack you. Why do you think black women are the least swiped right race on dating apps?
So I think basically what everybody else said is pretty accurate for the most part about the stereotypes of black women being masculine towards men. And to be honest, whether it's a stereotype or not, no man is going to put up with that. No man wants to date another man. If you're a straight man, like my boyfriend doesn't want that. A lot of what I hear from a lot of other men that I speak to, because my job is OnlyFans, I talk to men all day long. They don't want to date a woman who is masculine. And you brought up a point saying, oh, well, why can men do something women can't? Because we're not men. We can't do the same thing as men because we're not men. We have two different roles in society.
wow.
And too many women nowadays are too afraid to hear the truth, but you're playing the role of a man and it's just not going to work out for you trying to get relationships. Like, no guy wants to date another man. If you're looking for that, you're looking for a submissive, maybe Asian, maybe white, but like whatever it is,
You just gotta find what works for you.
you're looking for a submissive man, and there's not that many of them in society, so like it's probably not going to work out. The same way like people are saying, oh, it's discrimination to not swipe on black people. Would many of you swipe on a trans man or woman? I know I wouldn't, and that's not discrimination. It's because I'm not attracted to that.
Oh, wow. Good God almighty. Okay.
There's a difference between discrimination and having a preference.
There's nothing wrong with not wanting to date black women as long as you're not bashing black women in the
Agreed,
process. Or not
100%.
Oh, I love this argument. It's okay not to date black women, just don't bash black women. I'm not bashing black women. I'm just telling the truth about them. I'm just telling the truth about them, man. I'm just telling the truth about them. Dude, I'm actually in a little bit of hot water in my family. I'm actually in a little bit of hot water with my family, specifically the women in my family. And this was my fault. My video editor put up a clip where I was talking about my mother and my sisters and, you know, the things that they got up to. And my mom and my sisters somehow got a hold of the clip and they didn't like it. They didn't like it. You know, they didn't like it. So, I mean, I've tried calling them. Nobody wants to pick up the phone, but it is what it is. Like, listen, man, I can apologize for the way it made them feel because it was not my intention to make them feel that way, but facts are facts. Facts are facts, man. And I tell guys all the time, man. I tell guys all the time, just because a woman is related to you, just because a woman is your sister or your mother or your aunt, does not mean that she is the exception to the hypergamous rules of dating. Doesn't matter, man. It doesn't make me love my mother or my sisters any less, but by the same token, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to acknowledge what the hell is going on this year, right?
You don't need to bash somebody to say why you're not
their facts.
Exactly.
Like,
This is so funny. So bashing black, see again, anytime you mention unflattering truths about women in general, specifically black women, they call it black woman bashing. Black women are masculine. That's a fact. That's not bashing. It's not bashing if it's the truth. They want us to... Damn it. Sorry about that. They always want to say, well, if you're not going to date black women, that's fine. Just don't talk about black women. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And if you want to think that, if you say that that's bashing black women, I can't control what your opinion is. But you can't control what I do and say either.
I 100%
No, but there's a
agree.
difference between saying, oh, I don't like black women because da 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 da, or than saying I just don't like black women and just
No, we need to know what the da 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 is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there we go. Thank you.
I think anybody always has
that's the
reasoning.
thing. Like, you always want to cut off the video at like 15 seconds before the 45 seconds plays. Like, I don't like black women because but what everyone takes away is I don't like black women. They take that and run with that and call it racism, and that's not right.
And everybody
That's
has
not
their
what
like
racism is.
feelings as to why
You
they
don't
like
say it's
feel some
because
type of
they're
way.
loud.
It might
That's
not
racism.
necessarily be like they're discriminating against you
Yeah,
because
like-
they're bringing up a reason why. They might just be bringing up like an example of like you said, people they've experienced before. And
It's
I don't
just past
necessarily
trauma.
think that's discrimination.
Yeah.
It's just them bringing up. I mean, everybody has
That's
feelings.
Past
you know?
trauma, that's stereotyping.
What you've experienced.
Okay, it's your turn.
All right.
She's leaving.
No, I think
Oh,
bathroom.
boy.
Just bathroom. All right, go ahead.
Okay. The reason why I think that African American women are the least swiped on
Dating
for
apps.
dating apps is because men generally know that we're not just giving up the box for nothing, especially for one.
Okay.
A lot of African American men only use dating apps for sex, and we all know that.
A lot of men use dating apps for sex. What is she talking about?
So they already know.
847 people watching. Let's get it. Let's get to 700 likes. I need 49 likes in 10 minutes. 49 likes in 10 minutes. Let's get it.
If they're approaching a black
Speak for yourself.
woman, huh?
I think men in general use them for sex.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's
most
fine. If you want to say
African
only black
American
men.
men use dating apps for sex.
The most
not
horniest
love.
men
Just
be
men
white
in
men.
general.
Most
Yeah, men.
African American women use dating apps for finessing and finding sugar daddies.
What?
What?
Where's these
Okay.
numbers?
What the hell?
Okay.
Yes.
I don't even go into
I
this
don't
like
think
so
Let's
that-
let
Let her
please
finish.
let her
I'm
finish.
sorry.
I don't think
Go ahead.
there's many. I
Go
don't
ahead.
think there's many attractive African American women using dating apps to find love. We're not doing that.
I
We
don't
can
know.
walk outside.
I don't know what that has to do with the question. We asked, why are black women swiped right on the least on dating apps? I don't know what that has to do with what she's saying.
So you think they get swiped on left because they have nefarious reasons for using the app?
Yes.
Okay.
And
it's not because of their
everybody-
behavior or anything. It's because of their
No,
intentions.
I believe it's because if they see an attractive black woman on social media,
She's a gold digger.
she automatically wants my money, especially if you're like a high value man and you see an attractive female on, you know that like the first thing that men tell me, oh, I know you have a lot of men running up behind you.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Oh, he did it too. This bitch talking about, I know you got men running up behind you. Again, she's capping. Because let's face it, this woman is as ugly as homemade sin. But again, that has nothing to do with the question. Ay, ay, ay. Dr. Thunder with the $5 super chat says, there's a difference between bashing and chastisement. Bashing is solely to hurt someone, whereas chastisement is a sign of love. We don't bash. Well, okay, I'll go with that. Yeah, no, listen, he's right. He's right. When I chastise black women, I'm not doing it to hurt them. There's just no reason for me to do that. It is what it is.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Look at me. Yeah. So just imagine her being on a dating app. You're not gonna think that she wants you for you. For one, you're probably a L7 if you're on a dating app looking for love.
A what?
Let's go there.
What? A what? I have. Oh God.
So
okay.
For two, if you
wait,
find an
you're saying for the
attractive
male
woman on a
perspective, they're
dating
incel,
app,
or a female is
a
the incel?
male.
A male is
Shout out to Jonathan B with the $6 super chat via PayPal. Appreciate that very much.
an incel for using a dating app.
A female too.
Do you know what incel means?
I said a lame.
See,
I said a lame. I said an L7. That's what I said.
Okay, I thought you said incel.
I didn't say incel.
Okay,
That's
so
like a
so basically, your answer
crazy
is they
person.
swipe left because they have a preconceived notion that black women are going to just finesse them.
Yes.
Is that the only reason?
Oh, an L7's a square. Oh, well, goddamn.
Also, because I would agree with the stereotypes, but I feel like it's
What are
mostly
those
because
stereotypes in
the stereotypes of black women not being very feminine. Yes.
Okay.
Not being very feminine, but in that aspect, yes, to me that is like racism because you're stereotyping a whole race of women and you're not willing to give them a chance because your parents told you growing up, or
Listen to
you
this.
had
Here we
one
go.
or two bad
Here
experiences
we
with
go.
a black girl, and now you're like, that's just like me saying, light-skinned men, all light-skinned men are gay
or emotional
or bisexual because one or two light-skinned men I know came out of the closet.
So you're saying it's racism if guys think that black women in general aren't feminine?
Oh my god.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Is that
so when so to say black women are not feminine in general, that is racist?
racism, or is it understanding trends and patterns that are attributed to a particular
it's completely
type of people?
racism.
It
It's
is.
completely racism.
Can you define racism?
What? Oh, this is crazy.
Race
700 likes. Appreciate that, guys, very much. Let's go.
Racism is discriminating against a certain race for ignorant reasons.
But what if it's based on some type of fact and or is mostly
Like
true?
you said, every stereotype is based on a fact, but it's not 100%. That's why it's a
So is that
stereotype.
ignorant if it's almost true? If it's almost a fact, is
It's
that
ignorant because just like I could say, I think all light-skinned men are
emotional.
They're talking about colorism. Oh, fucking black women.
No.
I was about to say
hello, hello, thank you.
I said that.
I think all light-skinned men are emotional. A lot of women feel like all light-skinned men are hella emotional.
Or it's like saying because a girl didn't have her daddy, because a girl didn't have her daddy, she's automatically got daddy. She must have daddy issues if she's
right.
Well, she does have daddy issues if she didn't have her dad. What are we doing?
around.
Hello.
I know some girls who have both parents, no daddy issues,
That
no
still
none of
sleep
that,
around
and they
and
hoochies.
Yeah, but we do know that not having a father.
Listen, man. Listen. Not every hoe was raised by a single parent. Not every hoe was raised by a single mother, right? Not every hoe is raised by a single mother, but most hoes are raised by single mothers. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. I'm going to jump to the Frank Castle part. 3 for 1 Frank Castles. Here we go. Okay, women want...
Because a lot of you girls will have a high body count and then expect men to respect you.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I understand that because
Who's really discussing body counts though? Like,
I'll tell you my
I'll
tell you my body count straight up. Who's
Men
going
care
on?
about body
What
counts as
the-
much as
Who's
you
going on a
don't want
date?
them to care. Men care about body
No,
counts.
what I'm saying is that I don't know. I've been dating a while. Like, I'm not in the dating scene anymore, but dating. I've never been on a date with a guy who says, "Oh yeah,
what's
what do you
your
want to
body
order on the menu? How's the
Yeah.
broccoli? And by the way, how many
do
niggas
that.
have you
It's
fucked?"
because they look
Yeah,
at you and they
that's those are
assume
social
based off of
media
your
games.
appearance
They
what
don't
your body
judge.
count is. They don't.
Thank you. There it is. The white girl is spitting facts. The white girl is spitting facts. Look, man, you'll never know what a woman's body count is, ever. You'll never know. But that's why guys like me exist. Because I tell you, listen, man, woman's never going to tell you what her body count is, but these are the things that you can look for to give you a more accurate depiction, maybe get you into the ballpark as to what her body count might be.
Don't ask.
Rocker21 says, can you make sure there's some O'Douls at the CME? Yes.
That's
They
not
look at
personally.
you, whatever number
Your
you
mind,
tell
your
them,
soul.
they add like 20 million to it because
Who
they
are
don't
these
believe
men
you.
asking
All
body
men.
counts? Nah,
All
no,
men.
here's
that's
the
a
thing.
cat.
All right, look,
Yes.
ladies,
Flames,
whether you want to
squares.
accept it or not, just like you care about a man's future, a man cares about a woman's past.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yeah.
He might not explicitly tell you or ask you what's your body count, but you best believe on that first day he's going to look at your mannerisms, how you speak,
course.
how you convey
Yes!
yourself, how you dress. He's going to look at who you might have dated in the past, and they're going to get a feel for you.
Right.
What's going to happen is this. This is a scary part that girls don't understand.
Yep.
He's going to put you in a box. It's either going to be sex
checklist.
only box or I might wife her box. What girls don't
Yeah.
know is a lot of times y'all get put in the sex only box because of something you might have said or done, and he'll never say a word
And we will not tell you. We will not tell you. Want to know why we won't tell you? Is because we want to keep fucking you. That's why.
to you because he doesn't want to lose out on smashing you.
There it is.
I feel like
There it is.
at this day and age,
If your value is put on your forehead, ladies, this is like my
Exactly.
my main statement. Your value is
Me
put on
too.
your forehead. When you meet a man,
Your value is not on your forehead.
he assesses you within the first 5 minutes of what you're talking about, what you're wearing,
Your
how
morals.
you're answering these questions. But
See, the guys she's talking about are amateurs. The guys she's talking about are amateurs, y'all. You can't, guys, listen, listen, man, to figure out who a woman really is, you need to observe her for no less than 6 months. We know modern women are professional chameleons. They can fake the fun. Dude, 5 minutes? Oh, so all I got to do is impress this guy for 5 minutes and I'm in there? Right? No, she's talking about lazy men who believe well, I'm a traditional girl. I was raised by both parents, and I want a family, and I want to cook and clean. And it turns out she's the town bicycle. Any woman can fake the funk for 5 minutes. Any woman can fake the funk for a month. Not too many women can fake it to the point to where it's believable for 6 months or more. Usually and this is, if you know what you're doing, if you know what you're looking for, then yeah, it's pretty easy to spot. You pick up my one of my ebooks, How to Properly Vet Women for Relationships. Within that ebook, I give you the signs to look out for. Stay away from women that do this. Stay away from women that say that.
He's not coming right out like he said explicitly trying to say, okay, how many men have you fucked? He just wants to know, have you had any men run a train on you? You know what I'm saying? And are you sucking a lot of dick out of here? Are you fucking raw? Like, he wants just get to the point. I don't think men are really asking like how many.
Men care, bro. Men care.
I feel like if you do care, ask the question directly.
No, because women never tell the truth about their body count.
How can you care about something you'll never know the truth about?
Right.
Exactly.
There's a reason why virgins have always had the highest value since the beginning of time.
Thank you.
Because men.
Who's a virgin?
Shut the fuck up.
Who's a virgin?
I don't even have my phone. There's a percentage right now. The highest percentage men rather
This is unbelievable. Dude, Myron can't get in 2 words edgewise before they all jump on him.
fuck a woman who has more experience in the bedroom than a virgin.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you very much.
Who's a virgin?
So who are men gonna,
He doesn't want to marry a virgin.
Ladies, this is crazy to me. How you guys
Who
are
is a
telling
virgin
me.
in
I agree with
2023?
you.
You want to marry a virgin?
Doesn't matter how high
I
they're
agree with you.
All of you need to be quiet for 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay? You are women. You don't know what men really want because men never tell women what they really want because they get reactions like this
Yes, they
fuckery
do.
right now. Y'all will not shut up for 3 seconds and let me tell you what men in general want. Men
I'm gonna go
don't
with you.
want hoes.
Exactly.
Period.
Understandable.
Can you stop interjecting? All right? So, with that said, there's a reason why. It's the beginning of time. Men have always preferred women that have low body counts or virgins. Your statistic that you cited. Having sex with a woman versus committing to a woman are 2 different things. Women make the cardinal mistake of thinking, I'm getting sexual attention. That means he likes me.
No.
That does not necessarily mean he's going to commit to you.
Not at all.
Relationship market value versus sexual market value.
2 different
are
things.
I
2
totally agree.
different
I
things.
totally agree with
Stop
you.
interrupting.
Wait, let him finish.
All right? So,
Jesus
with that
Christ.
said, a lot of the times guys aren't going to explicitly say, what's your body count or whatever, but it damn sure fucking matters. Okay? Now, some guys outwardly ask it, which is stupid because girls aren't going to be honest. And other guys are going to observe your behaviors, see your track record, see how you present yourself on social media, etc., and judge you off of that. The point is, the bottom line, men don't like promiscuous women when it comes to a relationship. They'll have sex with you, but they won't take you seriously.
There you go.
There it is.
Makes sense?
I
Well, that's
agree.
okay. Yeah.
What I was
I
going to
agree.
say was a lot of women misinterpret. I was agreeing with you with the fact of a lot of women misinterpret a man liking them and wanting to have sex with them versus liking them and wanting to wife them.
Exactly.
So you are correct with that. But
Yeah,
I
agree.
definitely do think that there's a difference between saying, okay, how many bodies do I have and how many sexual partners? Because you could have been a girl who had sexual partners and not a hoe. You're right. A man doesn't want a promiscuous woman. He doesn't want a hoe. But I think
Listen, we want to fuck hoes casualty. We want to fuck hoes casually, right? Hoes are necessary. Promiscuous girls are necessary. We don't want to wife them. We're not committing. We are not committing to women with promiscuous proclivities, guys. We're not committing to women with promiscuous proclivities. And men have to pick up on that.
a sexually experienced woman, a man doesn't want to marry a virgin.
But remember,
Sure he does.
Yes, he does.
Yes, the hell he does. What is this woman talking about?
Yeah, he definitely does.
Yes, he does, bro.
So once again,
You
right?
want to marry a virgin?
He's gonna cheat on her.
Tell you that.
He's gonna cheat on her.
So?
But he's gonna marry her.
Who said so?
Men are going to cheat no matter what, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Every man
He's
doesn't
gonna
cheat.
cheat on her very quickly.
I'm
Every
going to
man
make it
definitely
very simple for y'all, all right?
Very quickly.
Let's say, right?
Did she just say very quickly?
So
Men are gonna cheat no matter what, man.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
every man doesn't
You're gonna
cheat.
cheat on her very quickly.
I'm
Every
gonna
man
make it
definitely
very,
cheats.
very simple for y'all. All right,
Very quickly.
let's.
Did you hear that? She said very quickly. Very quickly. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it when a woman knows you have the floor and she still interjects. Even if she's not being loud or obnoxious, they just every time you pause to take a breath, they throw something in there. I hate that.
Say, right? Let's
Day
go into a
after
dream
night.
world. Let's go into a dream world real quick.
Yeah, you're gonna need that.
Yeah, I don't need the attitude. Like,
I'm not giving attitude. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you are. Like,
She
the
was
little ad
joking.
libs and everything like that. I'm not Young Jeezy, man. Like, be quiet.
Oh wow.
Like, I don't
Okay.
need that.
Proceed.
Oh, fuck that, dude. Oh, is this where he kicks
You know who show you're on?
I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong?
Yes. You don't run the cadence of the show. You're not the host. Stop interjecting. Stop being rude.
Okay.
Anyway,
Continue.
There it was again. See it?
Trigger.
like, do you not?
See?
What is the problem?
See that? Did you see that? He's telling you, you don't control the pace of the show, blah, 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 blah. As soon as he stops, she says, continue. This gentleman, and again, I cannot, and a lot of you guys might not think that this is a big deal. This is a big deal, guys. This is a big deal. This woman is being outright irreverent. She's being disrespectful. She's being disrespectful. Worse yet, she's being passive-aggressively disrespectful. Watch.
I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong?
Yes. You don't run the cadence of the show.
Now watch.
You're not the host. Stop interjecting. Stop being rude.
Okay.
Anyway,
Continue.
See that? Anyway, continue. She has to get the last word.
Trigger.
like, do you not?
What is the problem?
Oh my God.
Okay, this might be my last warning. Don't interject randomly. All right?
Okay, gotcha.
Just be fucking quiet. Don't speak unless you're spoken to. Period. If you do it again, I'm gonna just kick you off because you're being annoying now.
Wow. Okay.
Yo, get the fuck off the show, bro. Like this.
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
We
yeah,
good, man.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
get out of
yeah,
here, bro.
yeah, you off.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here, bro.
yeah, yeah.
Like
See ya.
you're trying to be funny here. This ain't a game. Just get out of here.
Yeah. She's like, I'm sorry. Did I do something to offend you? And also, I also want you guys to look at her eyes. This woman also communicates with her eyes. She does what I call the condescension eye movement. Is what they're saying may sound respectful, but if you look at their body language, you know she's trying to be disrespectful.
What
Watch.
is the problem?
See, watch. See?
Okay.
What is the problem? Blink, blink. Watch. She says, what is the problem? Blink, blink. This is how women communicate dualistically. Watch this.
Anyway,
Continue.
See?
Trigger.
Her blink.
like, do you not?
Watch her blink.
What
Watch.
is the problem?
Blink, blink. See?
Okay, this might be my last warning.
Now watch. Watch this. She'll do it again and she will blink. It's weird. You can tell by the way she blinks her eyes. She wants to be disrespectful. Just watch.
Don't interject randomly.
Watch.
All right?
Okay, gotcha.
Just
There
be
it is. Okay, gotcha. Blink, blink.
fucking quiet. Don't speak unless you're spoken to. Period. If you do it again, I'm gonna just kick you off because you're being annoying now.
Wow. Okay.
Yo, get the fuck off the show, bro. Like this.
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
We
yeah,
good, man.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
get out of
yeah,
here, bro.
yeah, you off.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here, bro.
yeah,
See ya.
yeah.
Like you're trying to be funny here. This ain't a game. Just get out of here.
Trying to be funny how?
Yeah.
Alright.
Right. Just get out of here.
Yeah,
Let's
get out.
go.
Incredible.
All right, report.
I mean, nigga warned you twice, but hey,
Triggered.
Girls be forgetting where the fuck they're at sometimes. No, you've been talking too much. That's the problem.
No,
Just grab your
God.
stuff. Get out. Incredible.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave too. I'm sorry.
Okay,
It
you
was
get the
nice
fuck off
meeting
too.
everybody, but I'm her right, so I gotta go.
I'm giving nothing but respect, and if you got y'all
All right, go.
Three for one.
Go. 3 for 1, man. 3 for 1. Get out of here.
Wow,
Get outta here.
three
Get outta here.
Frank Castles.
You weren't hearing the. You were hearing the show anyway.
Well, this is happening.
Incredible, bro. Freeze up the panel.
Shout out to Neil Ray with the $5 super chat. So shout out to Dre Raven, Cigar Man, Dr. B84, King Life, Shane will win, the Level Up Man, and everyone else who always communicates with me in the chat. Thank you. Absolutely. Hashtag Mod Squad. Basil Denson with the $2 super chat.
says last word type of woman. You are right about that. Okay, let me go to Frank. Let me go to Frank Castle number 2 here. Okay, so Frank Castle number 2.
Huge opportunity for all of y'all.
Here we go.
A million plus subscribers. We got fucking over 20,000 people watching us. We ask you a simple fucking question. Answer the question. I don't know what you guys think this is or whatever, but this is an opportunity for y'all. If you guys want to answer the question, you get the fuck off the platform.
Oh!
It's crazy that I have to even mention this, that this is an opportunity for y'all to appreciate what the fuck is going on here. We're the only podcast that brings random ass girls on that no one knows or gives a fuck about. This is an opportunity for you. So when we ask you a simple question, name 3 countries, answer the fucking question. You can go on and about epi this and slavery this and discrimination and masculine, but we're asking you a simple question. 3 countries. You don't even want to respect the platform, answer the question?
Just answer it. Sunflower.
Just try.
You're not,
Just try.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Just-
Like, really?
Hold up.
Just give an answer.
Respect the fucking platform. If you don't like it, you can get up and get the fuck out like the other chicks.
Hold up. Hold up. I gotta now.
It's very simple. Which one is it?
Now I gotta go back.
You gonna answer the question or you gonna leave?
No.
Now I gotta now I gotta go back. Now I gotta go back. The ladies. Oh, name 3 countries. All right.
Simplify.
Name
Yeah,
two
can you name
countries.
Here
3
we go,
countries?
here we
Let's start
go.
with pink hair.
Okay. London, Uruguay, Paraguay.
Okay, London.
London is not a country.
Job.
Wait. What's the capital of London?
Oh.
That I don't know. I've never been
Do you know
outside
the,
the
It's
US.
the UK.
Do you know the Prime Minister of London?
No, do you?
I
Yeah.
don't. I've never been outside
Okay.
the US.
Next.
I've been to London and I don't even know that.
Scotland, Libya, Egypt.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Bali, Indonesia, and Thailand.
There you go.
Bali, Indonesia is one place.
Well,
Oh, I didn't-
Nigeria.
Damn, she got me.
Do you know the way? Do you know the way?
Nigeria.
She does not know the way.
She does not know the way. All right. What about you?
I've been drinking. I'll pass.
Come
Please
on.
try.
Have
Just
you
a
please
second.
try for me?
Actually, no, hold on.
What?
You, no.
You're talking about epigenetics.
You asked us to move on to the next topic so many times. We were talking
Yes.
about black women being fat. You can answer the 3 questions.
no,
you
no.
can.
Move on.
Set the top. Let's move on. Next topic.
We've had a million discussions since then. Actually,
Damn, she
y'all
looks
kick people off
good.
since then. So
You know what?
We'll
What the-
pass.
Let's make it easier for you. Where do you want to go on your next vacation? 3 countries.
What did we
Simple.
say? We was just going Bali?
Yeah.
We
Okay,
just
so-
playing
Yeah.
Bali.
Yeah, we're going there in
3.
April.
Yeah.
3.
No, I'll pass.
Can you name 1 country
They want,
outside the U.S.?
they
Why
actually
you
want to go
been
to.
so hard on me?
1 country?
She can. She's just giving you a hard time.
Yes,
She
just
can.
name
I
a
feel
country.
like they're being difficult.
No, the
Someone
question
just name a country.
No.
Okay, hold
I
on. Shout out to
said
the super
pass.
chat because he made it all
No,
difficult.
it's the point.
I'm just asking you to name 1 country.
She's
No,
standing on
no,
principle.
it's
She's
the
not going to
point.
answer.
I'm trying to thrive.
She's not standing on principle. She's just being stubborn. She's just being stubborn. See, Red was right. Standing on principle for a woman, that's just being fucking difficult. She's just being difficult to be difficult. But damn, she looks too good to be like this, man.
In my feminine energy, and you're being hard on me.
You're being masculine right now by not following authority. You
No, that's
stupid.
not-
That's a question.
That's not true.
Name 1 country.
Pass. What's your name?
You are
I hate your sound
perpetuating the
effects.
stereotype
For
even
black
further.
women everywhere,
Yo,
please.
real talk. Like, y'all
Please
see
name
this
a
right here,
country.
this
Where do you wanna go?
fuckery. This is why people think the things they think about black women. Notice how the other girls, hey, what's a
Please.
country? They just answer.
Thank
cool. You on the other hand,
Why? What country?
you were able to
Try.
name why black women are so
Let's
masculine,
try.
go back in time into 1960s and slavery and shit. Now we're asking you to name 3 countries. You can't even do that.
Not even 1.
What the
I
fuck?
didn't think
God.
saying pass would be such a
Well,
aggressive.
you gotta try.
What's the point of the podcast? Like, you're here to
There
talk.
are 260
Sunflower, this is going
countries.
viral. Don't make me look bad. Just name a fucking country, bro.
Oh, here we go.
Get your friend, girl. Get your friend,
She's
girl.
stubborn as
Get
hell.
your embarrassment, bro.
Answer
Alright.
the fucking
My friend is
question.
really smart disclaimer, but
Nah,
I don't
she
know what's
ain't.
happening
Continue.
today.
She ain't, man.
Jay, man.
I'm a
This is
well,
ridiculous.
Over 300 airports in the world.
listen. Well,
Next.
I'm taking the easy route. My parents are from Dominican Republic.
No, we're going back to her.
Uh-oh.
Answer the
And
question.
Uh-oh.
I just gave you 2 countries.
3 countries, bro.
Uh-oh.
Come on, man.
You can't steal hers.
Where are your family from? Anything?
We are currently in a
no.
country.
Let me,
No,
let me
don't
make this
do
very
that.
fucking clear.
Don't do that.
This is a huge opportunity for all of y'all. We have a million plus subscribers. We got fucking
Thank
over
you.
20,000 people watching us. We ask you a simple fucking question. Answer the question. I don't know what you guys think this is or whatever, but this is an opportunity for y'all. If you guys want to answer the question, you get the fuck off the platform. It's crazy that I have to even mention this. That this is an opportunity for y'all to appreciate what the fuck is going on here. We're the only podcast that brings random ass girls on that no one knows or gives a fuck about. This is an opportunity for you. So when we ask you a simple question, name 3 countries, answer the fucking question. You can go on and about epi this and slavery this and discrimination and masculine. We're asking you a simple question. 3 countries. You don't even want to respect the platform, answer the question?
Just answer it.
Just try.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, really?
Just give an answer.
Respect the fucking platform. If you don't like it, you can get up and get the fuck out like the other chicks. It's very simple. Which one is it?
Okay.
You gonna answer the question or you gonna leave?
No, I'll excuse myself.
Then get the fuck out of here.
What?
Incredible. All right. Let's
What?
go.
I'm excused.
Over 3 countries?
Over 3 He's not really kicking you out, though. He don't really
Oh, no, he really is kicking her out.
Don't do that.
Damn, she looks good.
Listen, we're different out here, man. We don't give a fuck about y'all hoes like that, man.
fucking
You guys act crazy, we won't kick you off. Let me make this very fucking clear, bro. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not some simp. I'm not some sugar daddy. If I ask you a question, you're gonna hurt the quality of the show. Next, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Let me see that ass.
You're
Let me see
next.
that ass.
All right.
Like, this shit is ridiculous.
Oh, there's Zena.
Right there.
This is ridiculous. Fucking retards out here,
North
bro.
America that we live in.
By the way,
like, yo, welcome to Fresh
no.
and Fit, man. We don't tolerate fuckery from women.
Oh, there goes Zena. By the way, Devin, the girl in the white dress, that's Zena, and nobody fucks with Zena.
I think the question said nothing that was U.S. territories or North America.
Hold on, you're getting cocky. London's not a country, so pipe down a little bit.
I mean, okay,
Where's
fair,
London?
but I could
'Cause
still
you're
name off like
England.
5 more countries right here, right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said
I
London.
want to
let my
hear
friend
that.
wait for
Why
me?
is this such a
Are
challenge?
you gonna really kick? Are you gonna let her wait for me?
Bro, it is what it is,
so
man. She
many.
should have thought, like, we gave her plenty of chances. Like, here's the thing, man.
You are such a
Listen, yo, I'll talk. Why women deserve less in stores
Thank you.
right now because
Thank
of
you.
fuckery like this. Bro, women don't respect masculine
Misogyny.
authority anymore.
No, they
She's
don't.
on a big ass platform making an ass clown of herself. We ask her a simple question. She can't even fucking answer.
She said next topic
And she looks good.
like 5 times when we were talking
Like,
about
who the
black
fuck does she
women.
think this is, bro?
Next topic, next. Here's a topic, and she says next
Some
again.
people don't really do
Like,
podcasts.
I
so
don't
it's
give
like,
a fuck what she does, bro. We busted her asses to build this platform up. If you're on this shit, it's an opportunity for you. If you don't want to be on here, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Real shit.
Like, this shit crazy to me. Like, it's wild that I even have to say this. If I brought a man on and we had a discussion and asked him a question, he's going to answer it. He ain't going to say
Right.
some dumb shit like next because he might get punched in the face.
That's right.
Women don't understand that there's consequences to their actions. Since I can't punch her, I got to tell her, get the fuck out of here. That's how it goes.
I get it. I get your point.
Like, yo, this is crazy. I even have to say
It's
this
his
shit.
I
show.
get
He
your-
run it how he want to run it.
yeah,
It is what it is.
I get it. I get it. I understand it.
Like, y'all are all adults. Like, what's going on here, bruh?
I do
Yeah,
appreciate that this is happening because the amount of times people ask Americans, "Can you list any other country?" They'll point anywhere else or say next.
And yet we're experts on geopolitics.
I know. That's
So
what I'm saying. Get to know your surroundings.
So confusing.
I mean,
I
we
travel,
could
so
have just
I
wanted
mean,
to
that's
just skip on to
minor.
her and came back to her. I
No,
mean,
because she
No.
wanted to say,
It
"Oh
was
yeah,
just like-
Nah,
black
bitch.
women
We're not on
are
her
this, and
We're
black
not on
women
her
are
time,
that."
bro.
Like,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I
name
get
3
it,
countries
but-
and prove.
She was just being fucking stubborn. That's all she was doing. All she had to do was try to name 3 countries. She just decided to dig her heels in at the wrong time.
why black women are
is
smart
what
and
it
why
is.
we should be swiped
I
on
invited
more.
her.
Please.
Yeah,
I
feel
invited
like,
her.
Yeah, at this
You know
point,
what I'm
it is
saying?
what it is.
That was the L bringing her ass, man.
No.
Goddamn, useless. And here's the thing. She wanted to be smart in the beginning. All right, cool. Answer this. Next. I'm drunk now. Fuck out of here, bro. No accountability, man. Like, we're one of the few podcasts that shows, like, female fuckery, stupidity like that. Like, craziness,
Girls
bro.
always pull the drunk card when they don't want accountability.
Oh!
I've been drinking since 11. I'm really okay. Why did you drink that much on a podcast? It's your fault. Don't
Yeah.
blame something that you did. Like, it's your fault.
Ay, 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 ay.
Spicy,
All right, well,
spicy.
Daisha, can you list 3 countries outside
That's
the
okay.
U.S.?
Yo, get
Yeah.
her the
Oh,
fuck
Lord.
out of here. Put your shoes on outside, bro.
Okay,
The fuck
well,
is
when we
going on
drove
here?
together, I flew in from New York, so we drove together.
That's cool.
I hate to leave. I love your show, but
That's cool.
I
But
fuck
she's
with
an
you.
adult. She's an adult. She did some dumb shit. She's dealing with the consequences of it. It is what it is. And now she's trying to fucking cause a scene in the front. It's like, bro, just take your shoes
Sunflower,
and put them on
just give me
outside.
a second.
Fucking embarrassment, man.
Oh,
Because she
God.
make you look crazy now because you brought her dumbass. This shit wild.
I don't look crazy. You made the comment of you the only podcast that brings on people that bitches that nobody knows. I mean, I have a platform. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
But and they know how I give it up. So it's not. I respect how you move because I'm the same way. I'm raw. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but is it your shit?
No, it's your
Okay,
shit.
then, this is
Yeah,
our shit.
I get it.
So when people come on our shit, they got to go and follow our rules.
That's
That's
right.
how it is. Period.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
So that's just how it is. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tolerate fuckery. I get it. You brought her, but she's a
Yeah.
retard, and she's making you look bad because you brought her. Even you told her, yo, answer the question. She didn't want to answer the
Nope,
question.
she still didn't. Man, she looked good too. That sucks.
Hey, man. You got to watch the company you keep.
You said some people are meant for podcasts, but
I guess at this point, I guess she probably just decided to leave because she was old girls. She was old girls ride. Ay ay ay. I just learned something. I just learned a very, very valuable lesson about my equipment. So I have camera sliders, and you can increase and decrease the speed of the camera slider, going back and forth, just like you guys are seeing here. And I was always wondering why my camera sliders weren't lasting, weren't lasting 2, 3, 4 hours like they're supposed to. But the reason why is, well, because the camera slider was going too fast. It was going too fast. It should not go that fast. You guys looked out for your boy in terms of the likes today. You really, 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 really did. You really, really did. 914 people watching, 760 likes. Incredible. Incredible. And that's what's gonna help grow the channel, guys. The YouTube like button. The YouTube like button is the most important metric. It is the metric that YouTube leans on the most to push things up in the algorithm. The more likes a video has, the more it's going to get pushed up in the algorithm. The more it gets pushed up in the more it gets pushed up in the algo, the more it the more it gets suggested. The more it gets suggested, the more potential subscribers you have. So if you can't afford a super chat, if you can't or don't want a super chat, I'm not mad at that. I don't take it personally. But I would really, really appreciate it if you guys could hit that like button on your way in. If you forget it on your way in, I would appreciate you hitting that like button on the way out, because it really, really does make a difference. Yeah, Neil Ray says, sad waste of beauty, Donovan. Dude, she was beautiful. Like, she looked good. She looked really good. Like, dude, like, she had a nice face, great boobs. Yo Aaron TV with the $2 super chat says, most attractive one but couldn't fall in line. Yeah, she was the hottest girl on that panel. She was the hottest girl on that panel, and I don't think it was particularly close. Neil Ray has gifted Rockhound20 with a membership at Rockhound20 to welcome him to the TSR family. Rockhound, if you would, put your age and location in the chat, as is customary of our very first channel membership. Let's get an age and location chat wide. Let me go up here and read some of these chats here. Yeah, Devin says, are we still calling people hoochie mamas? Yeah, I haven't heard the term hoochie mama since like 02, 03, something like that. Who knows? 799 likes, guys. We got 837 people watching. Can I get one more like to get to 800? I'd appreciate that. Neil Ray says, I still have to see this whole show. Guess seen now most with you. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Dr. B84 says, yep, we keep it quiet to continue smashing. That's right. Dude, we will put a girl in the fuck friend zone and not even tell her. Real talk. Real rap, as they say. What do you mean they? What do you mean you people? God, that's terrible. She looks good too, man. Fantastic show. We are now up over 100% engagement. You got 795 people watching, 810 likes. Thank you guys. Thank you guys very, very much. I'm always very always appreciative of you guys' support, man. I know it's easy to take that kind of thing for granted, but it is never ever lost on me how fortunate I am to be able to. It's never lost on me that you guys you guys take out your credit card, you guys take out your credit or debit card, and you swipe it to support the show. Like, I've never I mean, dude. I mean, you guys. I don't know. You guys will never know how much that means, man. Whether it's a $500 super chat or a $5 super chat, it all means a lot. Like the fact that you open up your wallets to support the show, it just, you guys will never know. You guys will never know how much that means, man. That's this is why I make my events affordable, man. This is why I make my events affordable. I could charge $2,000 per ticket for the CME and easily turn a profit. I want to turn a profit, but it's not the most important thing as far as I'm concerned. I'm good. I'm okay financially. I don't need to make any money on the CME, but it would be nice not to. It would be nice not to, not to lose money. Jerome, I did see your $2. I did see your super chat earlier. I do apologize for missing that. Hang on a second. Yeah, so Jerome with the $2 super chat, he sent in a $5 one earlier, says, wish you and Tommy were there for that episode. Man, if me and Tommy were on this panel, it would probably have spontaneously combusted. Probably spontaneously combusted. Do not forget to follow me on Instagram at Donovan Sharpe TSR, as well as on Twitter at Donovan's Den. Make sure you scoop up my newest free ebook, Dead Bedroom, The Cure for a Sexless Relationship. Just go to tsracademy.com/free. Plug in your very best email, follow the instructions in the book, and watch your relationship go from the desert to the rainforest. That is going to do it for this, the 743rd edition of TSR Live. My thanks to all of my members, my patrons, my Sharpe Stream members, and Super Chatters. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you next time.